going to do that.
Well, now I know. Now I know.
Alright, so did you guys catch her up on what's
Yes.
in this?
We already did.
More or
Yep.
less, yes.
Yep, we're ready
So,
to take over this pirate ship.
yes, you dealt with the
That
Etten. What else did you guys deal with?
was pretty much it.
Pretty much it, right? You guys got stuck on that because we had a short night.
Yeah, we trekked around, we followed the trail of blood to the head until the head came to the pirate ship.
Okay. You guys found the pirate ship, right?
Yeah, we did not board it yet, but we
Yeah.
did. It is like
It was on the
visible to
horizon.
us.
Yeah, so on the horizon, the sea of moving ice stretches out before you, a featureless frozen desert. Ahead, the smooth white surface is interrupted by a towering ship, its exterior covered in frost. As you guys are looking at it, out of the winds and snow and drifts behind you comes your Tabaxi companion out of nowhere.
As she.
Dun-dun-dun!
She wanted to already be on this ship.
She literally shows up and she's like, "Why didn't you guys wait for me?"
I thought she was off doing
Her own errand.
We were busy.
She was. You guys should have waited for her. Did you guys explain to her? Well, we'll have you guys roleplay that. So you show up, you find them. You actually don't know why they're here, but you track them all the way here.
All right.
You had some sort of errand to run for a friend of a friend, which basically was involving you, hanging out with said friend, and things happened, and you had a good time.
Oh, great. Hopefully my character's not pregnant.
I never suggested that. I'm not doing anything of the sort.
I mean, he never suggested that the friend of a friend was a guy, so.
Valid.
Or
Or the
even
same species.
or the same species.
Or even capable of breeding with you.
Spoiler alert, typical furball.
Oh god. Alright.
I don't think the cat would like that very much.
We are here to get all the ale off of that pirate ship so that we can sell it to a guy for a bunch of money.
Who is this?
That's why I brought the sunrise.
And then there's this guy who you don't know with him. So it's like he replaced you with this guy.
This is Keely.
Did you get a new bodyguard?
He had the map, so he had to come.
Yeah. Hopefully he's useful.
You see the map, and it's literally just like a line through like the tundra that says pirate ship here. Like anybody could have read it. But he's very suspicious about everyone seeing the map, so he clearly puts it in his scroll case. Like, it's a very hard to read map. You need special training.
Very complex.
Where's your little friend? Where's your little friend?
From Memphis?
Yeah, Memphis.
It's cold as shit out here. It's probably not that bad.
Yeah, you don't feel him in your background.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for him to crawl into my legs so I can just tap him on the head.
It's not there either.
He's gone forever.
No.
He could be with the sled now. He's got a sled.
Valid.
You guys do have a sled. With sled.
We have two sleds, technically.
Yeah, you have two sleds.
All right, because we didn't have to cart all this.
We took the sled that we found at the massacre site was still intact.
All right.
So we just hooked it up
to the rest of the
So
dogs.
you have 6 dogs, and you have 2 sleds, and one sled's dragging you. If you go back to the sleds, that is where Memphis is at.
Memphis.
He's just clinging to the back of one of the dogs and snuggling in his fur. And the dog doesn't seem to be.
Who's Memphis? Memphis is my pseudo-dragon helper monkey.
It's his friend.
What color? He's like purple, right?
Purple.
Yeah. He's purple.
He's a
dragon.
cat-sized
He's
dragon.
a cat-sized dragon.
Yeah.
He's purple, and he's just like.
Does he do creme brulee?
He doesn't do much that I ask him to do.
No, he doesn't actually do much.
Uh,
He doesn't breathe fire.
He does not. He does have like a.
Does have a poison
He has
tail.
a poison tail. Yeah, he's like a wyvern tail.
So,
What's one?
so as you guys approach the sled, Memphis looks up, immediately becomes excited, and runs over to her character. It starts just going in between her legs and just purring.
Pet him on the head.
Yep. I don't even feel bad about myself at all.
Briefly looks at you, pays no mind to you, then kicks some snow at him.
He's not.
Thanks for the sniffs.
And then it just starts flying off.
I mean, nobody knows the white came out of our dark, inky shadow portal, so that's cool.
Yeah.
The way I hear you tell, he didn't so much come out of it as he was flung out of it.
Yeah, that's probably why it's
Like here.
Yeah, he was like, take this one.
This one's annoying me.
This one's annoying me. He shouldn't be in here anyways.
I don't know where this came from. You take that.
I don't know how he got in here, but now he's
This is
mine, so
totally
I'm
your
gonna give it
role.
to you.
There you go. Good little.
All right, so you guys want to approach the ship?
That's the plan.
Okay, so the hull and rigging and mast of the ship are covered in layers of ice. From the waterline of the vessel, it's about a 10-foot climb up to the main deck. So it's like it's jammed up in the ice.
I have my longbow out just in case.
The sides of the hull are slippery. It looks like it would be very difficult to climb them. Though if you have gear or some sort of magic, you might be able to.
Well, we do have climbing gear.
Mm-hmm.
You see that breaking through the ice that's layered around the edge would be extremely difficult too, without like some sort of magical aid or like a blade like that, or like a late. Now it would be more than that. We're talking serious, heavy, thick ice. You'd have to use like either a team of laborers or something.
A fireball probably be it.
Yeah, a fireball probably have some effect.
Maybe a little bit.
That's not good.
So it looks like it would be really difficult. As you guys approach the ship, within about 15 feet of it, you hear a loud thumping and creaking from the inside of the hold, followed by guttural snarls of some creature. The ship, it appears, has not been abandoned. So you hear this grunting, snarling creature, something inside the ship area.
Oh, good.
So you guys still want to make the down bit?
Yeah.
Do you have a figurine?
Just this one. I started standing.
Okay, if not, you can have this one.
Just cultists. Totally not crazy. Cultists.
Yee! Meow meow! Meow meow! He's more like, rah!
It's the closest thing I had to.
Yeah. Jesus.
So
I like it. I don't think I'm that muscular. I don't think my cat person is that muscular,
I
but
mean, for the
she's
amount of
a
damage
wee
I
bit.
hear you give.
she's a little muscular.
Beefy.
There's really no other better fucking choices. Like, I'm sorry. For my thought process of what my character is like, I don't believe there are any better choices of swords that I could pick.
Yeah, we gotta get you like a long sword or something.
All I have is apparently someone in town entrusted the amnesiac with a scimitar.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Take this.
Strike with 9. All right, we're good.
It's a just go load.
All right, so you have this 10-foot wall of ice that goes up to the main deck that you have to then climb up over. So, and of course, there's just some sort of creature in there, obviously. Snarling about.
Throw the climb. I don't know. Climbing hook. I don't know how to climb things. I don't know. Whatever.
You don't like going outside.
He just
Right
like
in the middle of it.
he just ties a rope to a grappling hook that he just. Do you have a climbing?
I have climbing gear. Yeah.
So he does have a grappling hook. He ties it on there, not well, throws it. It goes up about 5 feet, hits the side, and just slides back down.
It's gonna be a hard one, guys.
No.
Does it again. Goes up. It hits. Looks like it's gonna hook. Pulls on it, and it comes back down again with some ice.
I just smack your hand and grab it from you. Let me handle this, Nelson.
Well, you should let him try one more time.
Oh,
Is he gonna hit somebody with it?
we're about to find
This
out.
time, I'll let you make some sort of strength check.
1.
This time, he throws it up there, and it seems to have hooked onto something.
You're gonna pull the creature
I
down.
want
with
to
it.
climb it.
You go to climb it, and the rope goes immediately slack, and the grappling hook is now up there, and the rope is with you.
Can I use sword whip as a climbing rope?
No, but you could hit the grappling hook with it, and possibly hit the grappling hook.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have climbing gear also.
Well, I will let somebody else take care of that because it's very challenging.
It's a survival check if y'all want to try and climb up there. With climbing gear, you're going to get advantage.
Is this where we start figuring out what my skills actually
No, yeah, shit, give me your skills. You never determine what your skills are, right?
we
Give me a pencil.
I'm in amnesia. I don't know what I'm good at.
I think I might be good at this.
For some reason, I feel really strangely good about doing this to be anything else.
Let's see.
You guys remember that time when I grabbed the hook stuck at the top of ice?
Vaguely.
Sorry. Oh no, was I there?
I'd prefer to not remember that.
We don't have to talk about
Just send fucking Memphis up to get it.
it. It's no guarantee I can get that.
If I ask him, I'll ask him.
Choose 2 skills from the following: arcane, animal handling, insight, medicine, nature, perception, religion, and survival.
Nature.
Okay.
Can I see the list?
No, I'm just gonna read it to you again.
I was like, I don't remember all of it.
Arcana, animal handling, insight, medicine, perception, religion, and survival. Animal handling is
Do we have anyone
true.
who's training as well?
Yeah, that's what
I am.
Survival as well.
I already have as circle and sport through it. I already have communicate with animals as first level spells.
All right, so maybe just survival then, or unless you want to do the animal handling and then talk to them as well.
I mean, that would help me with pets.
Yes.
We'll do that. I do like having pets.
What are the training animal rules like in 5e?
Mm.
I used to love the like raiders and stuff. And, Pathfinder, just roll, so just train random animals. Teach them tricks and stuff.
In my 2e game, I now have a ramp that will catch things for me.
Nice.
I caught it in a sewer. I was like, "You're my friend now." I've been training it in between sessions.
That's not weird at all.
I mean, I'm a thief mage, so I have a bunch of little cages that somehow don't make a noise, and I can carry multiples of that contain living spell ingredients like spiders.
Interesting.
Which is hilarious because one of the spells you can learn in 2e is summon ingredients. Which doesn't guarantee the size of the ingredient, but you can literally summon a spider with it.
Oh god.
You're not gonna be very good at persuading or performing anything, or for that matter, just talking to people in general. So there's that.
That's why we have Nelson.
I mean, I already look like I'm half frozen. I'm a
So the ones that I didn't fill in are ones that you would have to kind of be trained in to use. So but the other ones you can, for the most part, you can use them.
Who's rolling the survival first to climb the boat?
I don't know.
Yeah, we roll the survival. You get advantage because we got climber.
I can try.
Hi. Come on.
I thought you were gonna have a dice tower. We don't have it. You didn't bring it with you?
No, it's like this tall.
Yeah.
I didn't want to carry that shit. I got a 12.
Yeah, advantage, so you go a little higher. You can take that one.
Yeah, I got a 17.
Oh yeah. So she gets a couple pitons out, bangs them in, hooks up a rope, climbs right up, not a problem. Even manages to take your grappling hook out of the, and then put it with the rest of her climbing.
Since you obviously don't know how to use it properly.
We got stuck up there, didn't it? So a grappling hook is more.
Yeah, so you climb up onto the deck. Let's see what we got here. So now you can kind of see what you got here. This halfway here. It's like stairs going up. And then it's very similar back here. Up. There's like the wheel right there. I think there is 3 masts on the ship for the most part. Ooh, it's like 3 mast ship. Tis. This is a big ass pirate ship. Yeah. There's one here, and one is right here. Which is weird to me, but whatever. That's where they put it.
All of the pirate games I've played have told me that is typical pirate ships.
To put a mast right in front of the wheel.
Yes.
You can't see.
Surprisingly,
Like
yes.
this.
Surprisingly, yes.
Well, you know, that's your navigator is there to tell you where to go.
You also have the guy in the crow's nest.
So
Who says unnecessary things like that?
for the most part, the masts are like in disarray. Like one, but like the front one is like on the ground, kind of sticking into the frozen water and just the ice.
Frozen water.
The frozen water, also known as ice.
All right.
The one in the center is in disrepair, but it's still standing pretty good. And the one in the back, I believe, is super mangled. Yeah, it's. I'm sorry. The one in the back is actually pretty good condition. The one in the center is super mangled. All sorts of problems with it, and the one in the front is just knocked over.
All right.
And then,
Salvageable.
yeah, so you can also see
Nothing
from
from
your vantage point, there's kind of like this giant hole in the main deck. So y'all can just climb up. You just use the ropes. You get advantage on your survival check, or athletics rather.
Want to be really? I Go ahead.
16.
So he goes to climb up and just completely loses his footing and like slides down way past you, and you're like, you just kind of like don't say anything. You're like, maybe it's just who he is. It's just who he is.
Right.
But he keeps sliding because it's all ice. Do you have like a knife or anything like that?
Yes.
Athletics check.
He has told me that he is a nerd and he
17.
his life.
All right, so you get out almost 50 yards from the ship before you have managed to get your dagger into the ice to stop you from going, because you're going to keep going.
I'm laughing for this cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video of the kid in the minion outfit, like getting ready to go trick or treating? And he's standing there and they're like getting all suited up and taking pictures. And then he just falls flat on his face and he just goes, "I'm okay." But it's like muffled because he's like face first into the ground in the minion outfit.
That's awesome.
I'm okay.
Is he always like this?
Yes.
You climb up, not a problem. And then you guys turn around, you're just waiting for him to trudge back. Like he falls down at one point. He just slips, like just boom. Gets back up.
You can keep an eye on him.
But what's good is that he's not a quitter. He's not a quitter.
I got a 19 on my second athletics check to climb the stupid room.
Yeah, you're gonna need to re-roll that. You're not there yet.
Oh shit! Okay, here we go.
Woo!
16.
Okay, that's fine. You made it there.
Thank goodness.
You finally get out there. You're a little out of breath. If you don't take a break, you will get a level of exhaustion. All right, so on this, let's see.
Wow, Nelson. You stay over there while you can handle this.
I'm just gonna sit on the stairs for a second. Everything's cool, it's fine, I'm fine. Everything's fine.
So the front area would be the forecastle, and this would be the aft castle. That's basically how it is.
Asshole?
Aft castle.
Mm-hmm.
Or
That's
I'm gonna call it an asshole.
Ass.
That's what
there is
Ass castle.
a door here,
All right.
and then there is another door here.
Simon feels it.
And then there's the stairs. Then there's the stairs that go up onto the actual castle. So you could.
Simon feels an inexplicable urge to open the door.
All right. All right, that's fine. So as you're trying to open the door, which is like just seized with ice and frost and stuff like that, you guys can see it's like trying to open this door. You hear that rumbling through that hole. Now that because as you approach the hole, he's like playing with the door. You hear something moving around down there. As soon as he's like, and then you hear this growling from below, in whatever's down there. Do you continue to try to open the door after you hear the growling? And it's loud. It's like a deep.
So I obviously hear it.
It's a deep, monstrous kind of growl. It's not like a.
I would turn around and be like,
What? Quit hitting.
leave the door alone.
Well, two of us in person.
Shh. There's a monster in here.
There's a squatch in these woods.
That doesn't seem like I know. She's the one by the hole, right?
Oh yeah, I should also try that too.
God, so don't let me kill him with my longbow from above the hole.
There's also such stairs that goes down.
Okay, I was wondering if there was a way to
Yeah, so you're looking down the hole, and there's like you guys had a short conversation that, and then it's the door that made the most noise, and there was the growling, and then you could hear something climbing up the stairs.
Oh shit!
Which way do the stairs come up? Like, what
They go so it's going to go towards the aft castle.
is the opening?
I'm gonna move away.
So I can't see. Do I need to roll for perception to see what I see inside the hole?
Yeah, you no, you don't have to roll. You like briefly see something that's I don't know. Let me describe it to you.
All right.
You all right there, pal? You good? It seems like you might be having some difficulties. You need to wash it down with some more stuff to choke on. Let's see. No. All right, it's like you see like a grayish blue shaggy creature like that's hulked and like is like having trouble, like it doesn't fit right, and it's like you just see that its ass for like a second, and you can see like it's got huge claws and its hands are just massive. Its hands are actually larger than its feet.
Great. Great.
I don't want to be a troll.
No, it's that. Let's go.
Then,
It's a
since
giant
I
roll
noticed that
creature.
I heard / saw it move that way, coming up on getting ready.
So it's creeping up the stairs. You can hear it ground, and then you can hear it sniff in the air. What do you guys do? Are you in a position that you want to be in?
Yeah, I moved away from the top of the stairs.
I'm gonna switch my longbow for my swords because obviously this is gonna be a little closer than I thought I was gonna be.
Okay. You could always get up on the aft castle if you wanted to shoot down.
Yeah, I could. But I'll use my
Josh, you
swords.
okay?
Choking on your own spit.
Please don't die.
I have a icy in here.
Oh,
So it's
you have a brain freeze too.
Yes.
a little bit, yeah. So frozen sugar, water.
Nice.
Oh shit.
I was like this close. If I wouldn't have had to turn left at that intersection, and I would have been in the right lane, could have pulled into the daiquiri place real quick.
What took me longer is I couldn't get over to the right turn lane, so I had to go up, turn around, make a U-turn, come back. It added like 12 minutes to the drive.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So you just kind of see these claws like grip so here's the opening below you, and you just see these giant claws like grip as though it's like pulling itself up. Like it doesn't fit in the stairwell too well, and it's kind of like shimmying up. You roll initiative at this point. Actually, I'll give you surprise because you can literally like whack his hands before he go.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm gonna smack him.
You
Use my
just
sword to try to chop his hand off.
you see like this snarled, monstrous face with these big, long, pointed ears and like these tusks that come all the way up, like almost up to, like they come up and then they curl outward.
All right.
And then it's got yellow, like beady yellow eyes.
Well, you can't see his face right now because y'all be over there.
And it's kind of covered in like a grayish fur.
Curses.
So, what'd you get on your attack?
13.
13.
Stab it.
Um,
I'm a fan of Stabitha, but I'm also a fan of
you just like you kind of go down, but it senses you and then moves its hand away right at the last second, and you kind of just stab the wood instead.
Do I only get the one?
What's that?
Do I only get the one?
Yeah, you only get the one. Actually, no, I'll let you make the other one because I will just say you miss with this one and then you swing back around with the other one.
15.
Yeah, that one also misses. You basically just not misses, but you kind of hit its hide and don't do no damage to it at all.
Great. Cool.
And so now it's initiative. Go.
Oh, ha, now I get a decent number. Cool. Great.
Good.
Thanks.
Better than my 6.
Roll for initiative for Bobby.
You just roll a d20 and
roll.
number it.
Yeah.
Higher than that.
Oh no, I even got lower than I thought. I got 3.
I got 9.
You want to keep track of initiative?
Sure.
Do you want a pen draw on the table there?
Creature, you said I got 3?
I got 3 total.
What'd you get?
21.
Sarman. Sarman, what'd you get? 9 there. And Nelson got an 18. You're a cutie.
You can make your attacks if you'd like. I will give you advantage on them as he's really trying to squeeze through this hole.
We're not actually fighting a slot, right?
No, it's not slot. Slot will kill you.
Oh, it's not. You got a slot at this level.
I think this thing
Woo!
is close to being too much for you guys, but
23.
23?
Was the first sword.
Yes, 23 hits. Make your other attack too.
Okay, that's not fair. There's another dice in there and it sat on its edge. 9.
Okay, 9 doesn't make it. But
Alright. So damage is 8.
8. Good. All right. So, yeah, you get it right in one of its arms, and you're just, man, that hide is tough. You hit it, and there's a little trickle of blood, and you're like, shit, this is gonna be tough.
What would I need to roll to identify this creature?
It would be a history or nature.
History? I have stuff. So. 23.
'Tis an ice troll. Ice trolls have all the meanness and hunger of their common troll brothers. Their hearts, though, seem to radiate extreme cold, which can be to the detriment of creatures near it.
Cool.
It creates its own cold.
Yeah, it has a cold aura.
It's like an aura of cold, yeah.
Cute. It needs to make a wisdom save.
And like all trolls, it regenerates.
It's not on fire.
Generally, fire works on most trolls. Sometimes acid.
I don't have any fire spells, but I do have mind spike, so I use a roll wisdom save. Trolls got a roll wisdom save.
That's gonna be easy for it. I got a 2 total. That's after my modifier.
24.
24
psychic damage.
24 psychic damage. Well, he doesn't like that. He is actually kind of a little perturbed by the fact that you have disrespected his wife. So now with the 9 and the 24.
So you just see me staring really hard at the troll.
So what
And
you're
then it makes it how you hurt my brain.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't use chill touch against him.
You should definitely use any fire spells that you might have your disposal against him. Because he's going to regenerate every round. They have best healing.
So no ice spells.
No ice spells. I assume it's immune. I don't know that for sure specifically. But let's assume that you can't hurt it with cold spells. If you got something with heat, use heat. The only fire spell I have, I can only cast if he hits me. So it's kind of not the best option. Pretty much all my best spells are brain things.
This girl has beautiful boobs.
What?
This girl has beautiful boobs.
Yes.
Oh.
All boobs are beautiful.
I would like to agree with that statement because I should be body positive and all, but
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I have seen some boobs I'm not personally fond of.
It's okay. You can say all boobs are beautiful, just not all boobs are your type.
Sure.
All are my type.
I mean, I love tits, and I like 99% of them. I had a comment left on one of my pictures. It says, I would not mind being smothered in between those. I'll keep dreaming though. Hashtag not worthy. Well, at least you know.
Yeah. Self-awareness is important.
They're not worthy of being smothered between my boobs.
No.
So they'll keep dreaming about it.
All right, so who's up now?
I think that would be me. Let's see. I will do what seems to work well against that use blindness deafness because it is something I know I can do.
Okay.
see it now, right? Enough of it that I can actually see it.
Well, you can see its claws and the top of its head.
Okay, that's all I need.
Okay.
It needs to make a Constitution save.
What's your DC?
My DC is 13.
Oh, yes.
Fuck. I got a 10.
So did it fail?
I don't know.
Oh, yes.
I think so.
It is not blind.
Okay. So. My creature can't see. Automatically fails any ability checks. That require sight. And all attack rolls against it have advantage. And the creature's attack rolls all have disadvantage. Yep. So it goes fucking crazy. It just starts swinging wildly at the only thing that it knew was nearby, which is her. So it pops all the way up. It's like now stands in like its full size. It's like almost 10 feet tall. All gangly looking and stuff. Yeah.
I love how Wayne Reynolds drew the Pathfinder trolls. They look so terrifying. Like their whole body's just like out of proportion. Like their hands massive.
Yeah, the D&D troll looks like the trolls from World of Warcraft. Like really gangly looking with long noses and stuff.
The way Wayne Reynolds drew the Pathfinder trolls, they look just horrifying. It definitely looks
All right,
scary.
I got disadvantage on those attacks against you, so here we go. All 3 attacks are going on you.
Me?
Yep.
Of course.
The only thing nearby.
It's blinded though, so.
Oh, I rolled a 20 and a 4.
So you have to
So
take
does
4, right?
So does an 11 hit you?
Oh dear God. Thankfully, no.
I think it's got a pretty serious attack on us. What's that?
Let's try its first claw against you. I rolled a 20 and a 16.
Oh.
So I'm pretty sure that the 23 hits you.
Unfortunately.
And then its second claw attack. I rolled an 18 and an 8. So does a 15 hit you?
No. Barely. My AC is a 16.
Just magic to balance these.
Hi, stranger.
I'm pretty sure. Magic to balance the attack out.
No, I mean, it does
No,
do
we
some
want more magic.
serious damage. No, this guy's way tougher than.
I might die.
Yeah, let's say, I mean, this
Oh,
troll, like,
wait.
I was terrified when I was thinking of the troll.
Did I
I was
start
like,
off
I
this
don't know that
session
we
with
can
4
really
hit
beat-
points?
Ice trolls are really,
troll.
really tough. This is a challenge rating bigger than anything you guys have faced before.
So, you know, as soon as possible, somebody
But
say
it's
that.
good thing that you guys have a full group, so you know
All 3 of us.
you blame Kevin for this.
You really use the barbarian right about that.
All right, so
He is technically still here, isn't he? Like he's technically still with the group, right?
I forgot to message him to see who's available today.
that's your fault. Then. You die, it's actually your fault.
So I was gonna bring my.
All right, so damage is going to be his 1 claw does.
Probably about half my damage. Or my HP.
It's probably.
It does 9 regular damage, which is the actual physical slashing. And it does 12 cold damage.
21 damage total.
So you're all right, right?
Sure.
You must also make a Constitution save
Oh god.
because
What's
it's
his
freezing
exhaustion?
you.
Oh, it's freezing.
8.
Okay.
I don't like these dice today.
Because you're so chilled by him, you have disadvantage on all your attack rolls until the next till the end of your next turn.
So what does
Which-
that mean?
It's going to balance out to you don't have advantage on his attacks because he's blind.
Okay.
So it's a push now.
So it just balances out.
All right. Fine.
It is now
My turn.
your turn.
Now I will point this out. You have a blind troll. Remember that, y'all. He's really nasty when you're really close to him. I'm not always going to give you such knowledge.
That was going to be my first suggestion. You should just move.
Yeah. Well, I mean, can I hit him and then move?
Sure can.
Hit him with a stick and move.
Oh, wow! Wow.
You can go whop whop and then run away.
Can you stack bonuses in
10.
Harvey?
10's not
So
enough. I did-
No, there's not really bonuses anymore.
And I've seen people make arguments about like house rules for like multiple instances of advantage.
Well, I mean, it's blind. So we have advantage against it already.
Right.
If I were to entangle it, that would technically give us more advantage, but would that stack on the
Right.
wall?
So advantage doesn't stack.
Yeah.
Okay.
advantage
Rules
doesn't-
as written, advantage doesn't stack.
Okay.
To make it simple, we're just going to go with the base rules. As we progress in the story, and you guys can come up with reasonable ways to be like, hey, can we get a plus here for this or whatever? I'll allow it. You
Okay.
just have to justify it and articulate it to me. Because, right, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. You'd get advantage on it. But, I mean, it's swinging around wildly. You're already getting advantage on your attack rolls.
And I don't-
It doesn't matter if it's entangled.
I
No,
actually
it just
need to-
can't get any closer to you, so which is good.
Okay, well, I'll put my swords away and switch to my
Did you
bow
miss
now.
on both decks? That's sad. It's a sad day for you.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't. Just no. This is what happens when I'm sober. I just roll really
Speaking of
shitty.
that,
Normally, I'm the one that shows up with my whole like thermos full of things, but no, I did not today.
And does a 23 hit the troll?
yes.
I'm really glad you can hit him. I hope you have something fireworthy.
I don't have any fire spells that I can cast without him
thank you.
hitting me first. I don't want to go down there and get hit first.
Oh, do you have to like touch him or something?
So I have one fire spell, and it's Hellish Rebuke, and I can only cast it as a reaction to getting hit.
Can I
Oh.
hit you, forcing you to use that spell, and you?
But the target has to be whoever hit me, so unless you want to get shot in the face with a ray of fire.
Got that?
I think so. Yep.
Good deal.
This is a really, really large glass.
Yeah, that's not average size.
It's a light one.
24 again.
I feel like I could fit a lot of alcohol.
It's clean. We do clean.
In one
There's- Might be like some whatchamacallit stains on it. But
Oh no, I think there was just one little bottle on the outside. It's
so I
probably
roll.
Mineral
gross.
stains.
what's that?
Mineral stains.
Yeah.
I cast which
From the,
bolt?
from the dish. From whatever.
So I shoot it in the back with a bolt of lightning.
Okay.
That's 24 damage.
24.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Nice. This was 4th edition. It'd be bloody.
That's what I forgot about. I was like, there was like a mechanic that you could use to tell people that something was a half health in 4th, and that's what it was. It was bloody. So players are always asking, is it bloody yet? Is it bloody?
What does that mean?
So in 4th edition, if a creature was half health or below, you could tell your players that it was bloodied. And there were certain abilities that certain classes could do, like rogues had a bunch of powers where it does this much damage, but less bloody, and then it does this much damage.
And then there was a bunch of powers that went off for the creatures too.
Right.
Yep.
Right?
So they would
Yeah,
like
that's
become
Like,
more
it's a
powerful.
great-
not great.
I have Saki too.
Basically, yeah.
Instead.
Like certain creatures when they became bloody, they got
I
like
don't know.
stat boosts and shit, or they got like new
Had some like
powers.
once in a horn.
Saki's good.
4th edition was so cool. I actually at MechaCon over the weekend think I convinced some guys.
Did you go to MechaCon?
It was the last one too.
Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. I literally cried like a little girl at closing ceremonies.
I'm gonna be a guest at Contraflow. You have to go.
I should. Where's Contraflow?
The Hilton, I believe.
Where's that?
Right by the airport.
Yeah.
It's 3-day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sci-fi convention.
What?
October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And I have a booth because I'm a cosplay guest, and
That's what's up.
they do a block party in the hotel. And so like everybody decorates their rooms with like themes, nerdy themes. And they have alcohol and food that match the theme of the room. So like one was a Hogwarts room and they had shops that were the different house colors.
Excellent.
And then they had cupcakes that when you got into the middle of them, it was like something in the middle that told you like what house you belonged to. So it was really fucking cool. Yeah. So you should definitely go.
And I'll put it in the schedule, especially since I need it. Do they have that every year?
Yeah.
So I need a new localish convention. That's why I was so sad. I've been going to MechaCon for like.
Where was
15 years.
MechaCon?
It was at the Hyatt Regency. I've been going since it was back then, when I first started.
I'm also booked for
What was this
Louisiana Comic
Because
Con.
the guys who run it, because it's one of the few conventions that wasn't run by like a corporation. It wasn't a company. It was just like a few friends, 3 dudes, and they were basically just like, we don't really have the capability to like survive in the convention scene right now because everything is just so much more expensive than it used to be.
Yeah.
Because all these cons are run by these big money groups.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they were like, we want to end it before it gets ended for us. So they're
Mhm.
like, we're going to end it on our own terms and just like,
That's the way it should
that's
be.
going to be it. Yeah. So
I'm
it's
actually right next to the airport, though, so I can go to that one too.
Yeah.
I'll
be there.
It literally takes me like 7 minutes to drive to the airport.
Just give us all a reminder when it comes closer.
Yeah, most definitely.
Obviously, I'll probably end up going. That sounds good.
Yeah, it's super cool. They'll have they haven't released all of their guests and stuff yet, unfortunately. But as soon as they start releasing stuff, I'm more looking forward to Louisiana Comic Con because the guy who plays as Billy, Butcherson from Hocus Pocus, and he plays as Abe from Hellboy, and the
That
guy
guy's
from
been in a
Shape
bunch
of
of stuff.
Water, and he's in The Labyrinth.
Yep.
He's
just
the creepy
costume
eyeball
creepy
guy in The
guy.
Labyrinth.
And
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually kind of fitting because that you bring that up because technically I'm playing Abe.
Oh,
That's kind
Nice.
of what I look like.
Louisiana
Nice.
Comic Con, that's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
never described your
It's,
fish character. That's right. He
I
was
went a
like
couple
a-
of years ago because the guy who plays Deku from My Hero Academia was there. I can't remember his name right now.
I'm not good with any of their names, but I know he plays like so many different characters, and so I'm really looking
I only
forward to
know,
meeting
like,
this guy.
More voice actors. That's just because they are in so much shit because they work for the where they get brought in to do so much for Funimation.
Okay, well,
Mm.
Funimation has just like a stock of
They
voice actors
do.
in this one. It's just like the same 15 dudes.
They do, and
That's the only-
reason I know because I keep watching
Yeah.
shows. Where like, oh, this is a Funimation. Oh wait, I recognize her voice. Oh, I recognize his voice. Oh hey, that's Christopher Savant.
Yeah,
That's Vegeta.
they're pretty much like the name in English. I have Chris Sabat's signature.
So what? I had him sign Majin Vegeta. Huh. When he was at Pixicon a couple years back.
Yeah, I'm
So who's up
super excited.
after?
I'm Witch Bolted, so it is now your turn.
Don't get me.
Sorry, distract.
Whatever.
We'll do more con talk later.
I love
I was at Savannah Mega Comic Con this past weekend as a guest, so that's why I missed MechaCon because otherwise I would have been there.
Mecha was great. The only thing I didn't like was Steve Blue had to cancel at the last minute because of COVID shit.
Yeah, the actor I was just mentioning was supposed to be at Mississippi Comic Con, but he was filming something else and ended up having to cancel because the filming ran over.
I am going to somehow summon a flame blade,
Okay.
and I am going to be kind of surprised that I am actually able to do it
Okay.
because I am still amnesiac. I'm still not sure what I can do.
Still has amnesia. He doesn't know anything about his
So
character.
flame blade. I have a fiery blade in my free hand. It is somewhat in size and shape of a scimitar, and it does 3d6 fire damage.
Okay.
So I'm going to obviously have to get close to that.
Yes. Yes. Would you like to So that's an action to cast that. What kind of?
It is a bonus action.
All right, so that means you could move up to an attack him if you want to.
Well,
You have an advantage on your attacks because he's blind.
yes, yes.
Is that concentration for the blindness?
No, it is just it's a duration. He has a chance to break out of the unit of the room.
Oh, okay. Oh, I should have rolled them. Well, that's all right. Because I don't think he didn't go yet.
Okay, so
Man, it's expensive.
Basically, what your same attack roll for your whatchamacallit, your sword, except. So what do you have there? What is your plus bonus right there?
3.
It's going to actually be 2 plus your wisdom modifier, so plus 5.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Oh, okay. So plus 5, whatever you roll.
24.
Did you roll advantage? Did you roll the second dice?
Second dice.
So with advantage, you get to roll 2, pick the highest.
Oh. No, I just rolled a 19 for the first.
Well, if you get a 20, then it's great. So.
And it's 20.
It is?
Nice.
Now you get.
That's double. I rolled it. So I didn't
Now you
know
do-
about advantage.
Now you do 66.
Flame blade for the win, boy.
So that's 8.
Oh yeah, I could do this.
13. 13.
24.
24.
Pathfinder 1 wizard. Seen one of those ones where I did like Pathfinder 1 evocation specialists have this ability they can get. Or anytime you roll a
All right.
damage die for evocation
It's
spell,
its turn now.
two.
Right? It goes. It generates
And
nothing.
it's
It
pretty
just took fire.
Especially like lower levels.
Now it shall make its full host of attacks against you.
If I die, I will say
I know.
wonderful things.
Still hit her once. Fight.
Yeah,
Lowest
and I
is
don't have-
17.
You know what? I realized I have like no potions. I
That's
have
a
no
hit,
nothing. Like
All right.
I have no
What is
healing
it hit?
potions or
Well, we
anything.
have a druid.
Claw number 1.
But he might die here, so.
Does an 11 hit you?
No.
Okay. And maybe. Does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay. So only 1 hit.
Only got it. That's probably its big damage.
It's actually the least because its claws are basically. It's like I
Oh,
explained
its
to
claws
her.
like primary-
Claws are like literally bigger than its feet, and it's got a smaller mouth. All right, so it's a 1. So it's you take 5 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and then you take 7 points of cold damage.
What brand is this? So I know what I bought.
Or it's I don't know. It's a local brand where the proceeds go to
Wow.
benefit music in
5
Netherlands.
piercing and 7
Yeah. Yep.
12.
I mean that's cool, but it's disgusting.
Okay.
It is terrible.
Yeah, it's probably the worst rosé I've had in my entire life.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We're not going to drink it, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to.
I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get through that. And see how I
Get
feel.
the gross wine to.
It's it's
Well,
more
I mean,
of
it's not like that she deserves it, but
if I was
I'm
already
sure
drunk,
she's been
I would
given
definitely
lots of
drink it.
really nice wines before.
I have not.
Wow.
I have not been given any wine.
No one has ever given you wine. wines.
Not just like randomly gifted it to me, but like if I specifically asked them to pick it up at the store and told them exactly what I wanted, they bought it and brought it over. But no, people have not just gifted me random different wines to try.
I have like
And not
6
that
or
cool.
7 wine bottles at my house that yes, they give me. I don't even drink wine. I just take them home as they
This just seems like an advertising problem for you.
So
Well,
you
I
mean
get
you
alcohol
want
all
to
the
gift
time.
me bottles of
You
wine?
can have it right out the house. 'Cause, like,
There's
guests will
one
be like, I can't wear this on the
I
plane.
want
And I was like,
really
"Really alcohol."
I'm not
Oh,
giving
yeah.
you wine if that's what you're trying to say.
No,
Right?
no, no, no. The only place I know that buys it or that sells it is in Pensacola anyway.
What?
That's I don't know the name.
Wow,
It's
that's
in
weird.
Cordova.
Oh, the ABC beverages.
No.
Oh, the actual wine
The actual
store
wine store.
inside the mall.
Yes,
okay, I
it's
know
like,
what you're talking about.
by the grave or by the
Yep.
vine or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's by the vine or by the grape. Yeah, it's one of
Something
those.
like that. Yeah. They have a dragon fruit one.
Oh.
That's very good.
Well, that doesn't make sense because dragon fruit has 0 flavor.
I would say yeah, dragon fruit.
It has a very mild flavor.
very mild,
Yeah.
pearish
And-
flavor.
Making it into a wine, it has a very mild sweetness. It's not like overpowering. It's not.
I watched this guy.
I'll be out there in a few weeks.
I watched this guy on TikTok make fun of dragon
So
fruit. I was like, look how beautiful this is. And
I'm
he's
all
eating
back
like
to
this.
second
He's describing how it tasteless and terrible it is.
I actually like dragon fruit.
Of course you would, because it's pretty looking, but it tastes disgusting.
It
Let's
is
be
really
clear.
pretty.
It's pretty.
I've actually grown dragon fruit myself.
Yeah, dragon fruit's gorgeous.
And it sounds
but
cool because it's
It definitely
dragon.
is not my favorite
fruit.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite either, but it's not horrible.
But if there was something called fart fruit and it tasted amazing,
You mean durian?
Also,
no, a durian called fart fruit,
Literally called.
and it tasted amazing.
I'm pretty sure durian translates to fart.
I mean, durian you could turn into actually like a vegetarian version of pulled pork. Apparently, it comes out really well.
What?
It tastes just like pulled pork.
Yeah, it's
The
very-
taste-
it's a
That's
very
interesting.
fibrous fruit, just like jackfruit is also like very fibrous.
Durian is one of those you either love it or you hate it. There's no in between, and it is.
Oh,
I'll probably
As soon as
eat
you
it.
crack it open, it's just.
I'm gonna try not using the dice rolling tray and see
It's
what happens.
basically
Nope.
what I need to eat right now because I can't smell or taste anything hardly. So
Oh wait. How does my stuff work?
What?
Oh, do I have an advantage now?
You
yeah,
gotta play.
took away all my sense of smell and taste.
Oh, that's how you feel.
I always forget how to play.
It's coming back slowly.
How does
Really
my
well, too slowly.
action surge and stuff work?
It just gives you an extra attack at your highest attack. So, that's what it does.
Yeah, but I can only use it once unless I take a short rest.
Surge it
The
up.
only reason why I've been doing the other it's two-handed fighting. So I have that. It's the only reason why I was able to get away with it. But do I have a
It's still fine.
You have
I get a second dice right now?
no, not right now because you
No,
had
not right now.
you had disadvantage until the end of your next turn.
Oh,
So
that's
this is the end of your next turn. No, actually no.
Oh yeah, so you should. be
Yeah, you
fine.
should have it. Yeah, you can have the other one.
Yeah, just the third.
Alright, so that would be an 18 with my longbow.
Yeah, that hits.
Awesome. 1d8.
Can you take multiple shots with a longbow with a bow? When do you get to do that?
They don't
Six.
have that.
In six, in 2E, you were able to do one initially, and then you got a second at the end of the round.
Yeah,
So in Pathfinder 1, with a bow, you were taking 4, 5, 6 shots.
I know it was so ridiculous.
Very silly, but in
6
this thing,
points of
very,
damage.
very
What's that?
6 points of damage.
All right, 6 points damage.
Because
And
only a few classes get more than one attack in a round. in this.
Oh, she can like action.
Action
She can
surge.
action surge and then take another attack. Sounds weird to me.
On your turn, you can use a
Because
bonus
right
action
now,
to
in my
roll
online Pathfinder 1 campaign, I'm a level 10
D10 plus
ranger,
fire level.
and I shoot
Okay, so
4 arrows around.
it says I can use my bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus my fighter level. So I'm
cool.
level 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that would be 4d10.
No, it would be 1d10 plus 4.
Oh, okay. So it would be 1d10 plus 4. Okay. And the d10 is this one.
That's it.
That a 6 plus 4, so 10.
10s.
10 hit points back. Cool. I will take it. And then once I use this feature, I must have a short or long rest before I can use it again. I'll probably use action surge on the next turn, and then I will need a short rest after we defeat this monster.
So on my turn, I will use my action to keep my witch bolt active and do d12 damage here. Plus my 14 damage.
Oh, so at 5th level you get an extra attack.
There's a
Fight.
1 for.
Oh, well, then hopefully after this we level up.
By the time you get to 20th, when you get to 20th level, you'll have a total of 3 extra attacks.
Nice.
So,
Just swings those are fun.
so you could, yeah. So next level you'll get another attack. So you get 2 attacks with your bow, and then essentially 3 attacks with your sword.
Cool.
So I'm sorry, who's up? What?
And that'll
It's
be
my
like
turn.
normally.
He
Like, just
he
every-
did which folding it for
So like you know how you can dual wield and you're
Mhm.
hit, you get hit, and then you get another attack on top of it
Every turn
every turn.
with no short rest needed or anything.
Yeah, 'cause it's an extra attack.
Dope.
Fighters just
Cool.
them and rangers they just start attacking more.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna concentrate to get my extra witch bolt damage.
And y'all leveled yourself up, right? Because you're at
No.
4th level.
Yeah, I'm at 4th.
And when you leveled up, did you raise an ability score?
I don't remember, but I leveled up a long time ago.
Okay.
It's been a while. I think so. Because we all leveled up at the table.
And
I raised my abilities first.
Yeah, because you could raise 1 ability score by
2 or
2
2 by
or
1.
2 by 1.
Yeah, I did because I went,
is that only for 4th level?
Yeah. Well, no, you guys get it at
12, 16.
Well, I mean, so far since we're only 4th level, that's the
we got to do it one time.
okay. That's one I wanted to make sure because I remember
Well,
doing one.
You guys get it every 4th level. After 4th level, fighters get it every 2 levels. So at 6th level, she'll get to raise an ability score again or pick a feat.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Because I'm.
They could technically, if they wanted to. 1,
What else gives you the option to take
3,
feats, right?
4, 5, 6, 7. So at 19th level, she could technically raise
Aw,
her
man.
strength or dexterity or whatever she uses as an attack ability by plus 14.
Just throwing houses around a bit, kind of.
Yeah, she's just like, I pick up the dragon and throw it. Wait, what? I pick up the dragon
I said what I said.
and throw it into the moon. I'm stronger than the dragon.
So I've been
You're
not
like a
doing
flea.
something that I could have been doing.
Okay.
It says when you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack.
Okay.
What is that? What's my ability modifier?
Your strength mod.
Your strength mod.
Okay.
Which is
Is that what I'm supposed to be normally? Is on here I have written down that it's 1d6 plus dex regularly. Did I write that down right?
And you use your dex instead.
well, what's your strength mod? What's your strength? And what's
My
your
strength
dex?
is a 3, my dex is a 2.
Yeah, so everything should be on your strength. then,
I'm gonna
right?
use your strength. If your strength is higher.
Okay, so I've been
what is
doing
your
it
attack
wrong.
roll with your sword right now? What's the attack roll for that? The plus bonus.
My attack bonus is a 4,
So
and
it
my
should
damage
actually
is
be-
1d6, and
Because
I
at
wrote
this
down
level,
plus
it should be
dex.
5 now,
Bonus is
right?
2. If you have a 3 strength, it should be 5.
Yeah, if you have a plus 3 from your strength, then you should have a plus 5 to attack.
So see, my shit's been fucked up this whole time.
And then your
So-
damage should be
plus 3.
it should be plus 3 on your main attack and now also your offhand. So it should be plus 3 on both. So how many?
But on my I've been adding my ability modifier to my damage every time.
Okay, then don't worry about it.
So I've been doing it right.
You've been doing that part right. You've been slightly missing.
Yeah, you
More.
still haven't had your bonuses correct.
Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
No worries.
He had just done
Yeah.
14 damage with Witch Bolt,
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep my witch bolt.
14 damage with witch bolt.
and I had just rolled my attacks.
And what'd you get? Did you miss?
I'm pretty sure you rolled 20. Isn't that what we got?
Alright, okay, so how much damage you do?
Like a nat 20.
Okay, so it's
So
a nat 20, so you get
with the flame
66. You guys, if it wasn't for him, you'd all be dead right now. I just want you to know that.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are doing good.
I
I think both of you are doing admirable. Without him, y'all be dead.
We're doing very average. Got it.
22. No, admirable. Admirable.
All right. Above average.
The two of us together alone would have
Are you
made
saying
it.
adorable? Like it's so cute how much you guys are trying.
It's adorable.
That's so
Because
fun.
he's actually doing
How much damage you do?
22.
22 points of damage.
Sure.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't have that.
I don't have it either. All I did was psychic.
All right, so he is just like, it's blind, it's freaking out. He's just like, he hits it with the flaming blade, and you could see it goes, it screams out, and then you see it almost crackle as like, have you ever seen someone blow on like a cold charcoal, and it hits it, and then it crackles out? It crackles through its whole body, and then it just kind of turns to a chunk of like smoking ruin.
All right.
And he just stands there. He's like, I didn't know I could do that.
Did you guys see that?
So what do I have to roll for to try to like either chop his one of two things? I'm either gonna chop his hands off to take his hands to have someone turn his nails into weapons.
Oh yeah, you can just pick up the nails out of the remains.
Okay, so I can just pick up
into like
his claws.
Yeah.
And have them turned into some kind of weapon and sell it.
Yeah,
Cool.
so if
I'm
you
gonna
didn't
do that.
have the flame blade going, it was basically because I was going to be giving it like 30 hit
I was
points.
gonna say, yeah, what was its regeneration?
It was 10.
That's fucking a lot.
It was 10. And
And that's just every round. It just gets a free 10 unless you hit it with what it's weak.
oh, I forgot to give you damage too. You also got damage because you're so close to it. I'm starting your turn next go.
No.
So you get to enjoy another 13 points of cold damage.
Okay. That's cool.
You still alive?
Yeah.
That's good.
I think he has like 9 hit points now.
Yeah.
I'm still good.
So like there's also a clamor on the deck, and you see this kind of like chunk, it's like a bluish crystal.
Oh, it's his heart.
And it just hits the ground there. There's a little bit of cold, you can feel the aura of cold coming from it. Yeah,
Troll
you guys
heart.
have an ice troll heart.
In the bag.
Could be used as a component. You guys can possibly use it to make a magical weapon or something like that.
By the way, I reminded myself earlier that we have 2 magical items that we never actually identified.
This is a challenge rating 8.
That's fucking nasty.
Yeah. You guys did really good.
So we didn't have fire. We didn't have fire
You
when we done it.
mean Josh?
We wouldn't have been able to kill it. Like without fire, you
Well, I
get
mean-
to 0 hit points, it just regens back. Like you literally would not have been able to kill it without a source of fire.
Well, and that's I was trying to look at my equipment list that I have written down, and I don't have anything
I mean,
written
you-
down about
you-
having like a flame thing.
You guys
Sounds-
both collectively did 60 points of damage to it, which is half its hit points.
Oh, okay.
So he did the other half, but because it was fire, he couldn't regenerate from any of the damage you guys did.
Gotcha.
That's why I hate trolls. You're not ready to fight trolls.
Trolls can just completely F over anybody.
In the Forgotten Realms lore, pieces of trolls grow new trolls.
Yeah.
Like if you chop a troll's finger off, it regrows its finger, and that finger that you chopped off grows a new troll.
Okay, well,
So,
What the heck?
okay, well,
yeah, it's horrible. I hate trolls.
Especially the ones on the internet.
They also regenerate.
Right, yeah, you can't get rid of the fire.
they also do psychic damage.
Yes.
So, we have that magic pearl and that magic curly stick that we took out of that cursed coffin way back that we never identified.
Pearl and the curly, and from the coffin.
You remember
It
we
was,
found that,
it
like,
was some kind of
burial
coffin-like
ruin?
thing.
It
It
was
was
like
whenever we were
sarcophagus.
with the Knolls or something.
Oh, shit.
No, it was the one
Wild.
in the Burbies. It was way back in the
Burbage.
Burbies.
That was the
Burbage.
Burbigs?
Yeah.
And we killed the
coffin.
man, and then his wifey lady showed up and was like crying over his dead body.
And then we murdered her.
And then I touched the stick and he touched the pearl thing, and then we got cursed, and then we had to go touch something else to become
There's
uncursed.
that abjuration statue at the bottom of the pond.
Yep.
Oh, that was the statue of Sylvanus.
Yeah, we touched it. It cured us of a curse. So
Yeah.
Sure. But you know what I did identify? The magical fish.
Uranus.
Is it a different level?
Luckily, there is not a magical fish hole in my butthole. That would be a little weird.
Can I see that pearl?
If you want to. I just had to roll. We just never rolled to identify. I have the requisite skill necessary, but I just haven't done it because I
want to try something that would be potentially very dickish.
What are you gonna put in your bubble?
No. I want to grab the whole. I wish I was prettier. A magic wish granting pearl.
Oh.
I don't know if it is, but if it is, I would take over everybody else.
It's probably a pearl of power, which means it probably has a spell in it or can store a spell. That's what I assumed it was when I found it, but I haven't identified it. Yeah, make it kind of like even if I can run the last bit, like this was the last message they sent, like at the day of the con. Just like after I was already sad going home.
No. Well, hopefully you guys end up coming to Country Flow and it'll be fun.
I've never heard of that one, but that would probably be because I've never been to a sci-fi convention.
It's small.
I've been to one. That was the was it Emerald Coast Paracon or something? Paracon.
Haven't heard of that one.
It was like they held it at the fairgrounds. It was in one building.
Oh wow.
One main building that you walk in when you go to the Pensacola Fair.
Okay.
It was entirely in that building.
Gotcha.
And then they had one small thing in another building next door that was like 3 tables set up for games.
I've been to a bunch of animals.
Well,
I went to
Rigno was there, surprisingly.
Rigno was there?
Yeah, surprisingly.
That's fucking cool.
And it was like $50 for just a picture with them.
Yep, that's
I'm sure.
They brought the actual. They also brought the actual DeLorean from Back to the Future.
What?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
For such a small con, I was surprised with some of the guests they had.
Right.
Like the attendance was probably less than 300 people.
Whoever running it must have had some money. I went to. This was actually like a brownie convention back when I was.
It's so.
Houston, what's it called? Fiesta Freshman. But we found out afterwards that the dudes were right because it was huge. It was like the first year there had been like between 5,000 and 10,000 attendees. They literally all the voice actors from the show were there. Like it was massive. We
For
found
brownie?
out later after the first year of the convention. He had spent all of his savings and like his kids' college funds to put it on.
Jesus.
So yeah,
Did he make that?
no, it went one more year. It was much fun. The second year, he didn't have as much money, and then they closed.
Well, I mean, like, did he make any money back that first year?
Apparently not, because I remember like he did like a little talk at the second one about how like he was broke and was gonna have to cancel the college.
All right, so you never figured out what the wand does, but you did determine that that the pearl is a pearl of power.
You know what?
So, but the wand, you're not sure what it is.
What level pearl of power is it?
I don't know, dude.
Do they work?
I
I'm
think they
also
do that.
assuming they work the same as they used to work. So it used to be you could store a spell of a certain level in it, and then anybody could like break it and cast whatever spell was inside. They were kind of fun. I used to hand them like when I played Wizards, I would hand them off to players.
He would hand them out like
spells.
candy.
Little support spells in them, so like you could break it, cast fly, or cut it fall, or whatever. So in case I wasn't around.
The wand is actually kind of cool.
You've got 20 pearls of power, but they all can say it's floating.
Pearl of power. Pearl of power requires attunement by the spellcaster. You can use an action to speak the pearl's command word and regain 1 expended spell slot up to 3rd level.
Oh, that's how they work out. That's cool.
Once you've used the pearl, it can't be used again until the next dawn. So you get 1 extra 3rd or lower level spell per day.
Oh. right down the house, bro. Also have a movable rod.
The wand. Yeah, you guys could get
Armin
some.
could definitely use casting flame blade.
The main drawback to Warlocks is I only have 2 spell slots a day. So, I mean, I can take a short rest and get them back. But it's just like mid-fight, it would be nice to be able to have a little
These we allow my druid because he is a circle of a spore druid just automatically hit certain spells as cantrips.
Yeah.
And they don't count against what I can
I'm just gonna give. They wanted me to curse you with the wand, but
You did?
You did.
yeah.
We just cured the curse with statue, remember?
That's
So
right.
I pulled out the wand. got
No, I
cursed.
did the wand.
Or you did the wand.
Yeah. So the wand is a wand of the War Mage +1. While holding this wand, you gain a bonus to spell attacks determined by the wand's rarity. In addition, you ignore half cover when making a spell attack.
Oh, cool.
Which won't do me any good, so you can obviously have it.
I will take that as well.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Yours is coming.
Mhm.
Relax, you. I have you
You can have
worked
the
out
next
already.
Just
All
I
right.
needed you to show up
I
at Fire
started
Adventure
spelling
though,
that
because
Just go over the number. No, I still think I was spellcasting myself. I
all right. So
loved his portrayal. It was so campy hilarious.
It was.
Finish it.
The movie as a whole,
Right.
his portrayal.
His portrayal was fantastic.
I'm just fan. Anyway.
All right, so he's dead and gone.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Did somebody write down ice troll claws? I didn't write that down. I wrote down ice troll heart because that's
yeah, you can have a total of. I mean that you can turn into something. We'll say 10 ice troll claws.
So this ice troll heart is like apple size.
It's a little bit bigger than an apple. It's not like a precious gem. It's just, but it is.
But it's like
It is magical.
Yeah.
Like that size. It's a little bit bigger than that.
Because that's a little bigger than what
I almost bought a metal to.
The thing, I mean, it's about this big.
Cool. And we can use it.
It weighs about 3 pounds. Probably about the size of maybe like a little bit smaller than a cantaloupe.
Going in the bag. Right next to my.
If you guys ever move to the south, it'll be nice if you're in a desert somewhere because it'll keep you cool like an air conditioner.
Just whip it up.
I don't.
Just time for
Yeah, yeah. Be careful about just whipping it out.
Well, Nelson, he would be very embarrassed to do that. He's racing on.
You put it in your bag.
He put it in his mouth.
So a few minutes later, as you guys are kind of like surveying the deck, there's a loud thump on the deck, and you see the troll heart kind of like just sliding away from you.
It fell out of my bag. Come back here. I'm gonna wrap it in something, maybe.
Okay.
Like in my bedroll.
Okay.
Hey.
The next time,
Put it back in your backpack.
Oh, thanks for
Put it back
tuning in,
on.
Scale. Have a good one.
All right.
if he,
So you're
What
gonna
are
go
you
back to
gonna
that door.
yes.
Start breaking through that door. Okay. There's a lot of layers of ice. You're chipping through
I
it.
still got
There's
my
another
light.
loud thump on the deck as the troll heart hits the ground again,
Where is Memphis?
with some of your bedroll still wrapped around it, but it's kind of torn up.
Where is Memphis? Because I'm suspicious.
Memphis is inside of your bag, throwing it out because he's
You-
freezing.
I'm gonna look at my bag.
Yeah, he's at the base of the
God
bag.
damn it.
You keep on putting it on top of it, and he got cold, and he doesn't like being cold. He just kicked it out.
I'll put it in my coin purse. Yeah. Jesus Christ, Memphis.
He like stretches like a cat, and then he just hops out of the bag and just starts walking around. Like,
Could just
I'm
say
just-
something.
I'm just imagining Memphis acting like Lucy from Disenchantment.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
Me either.
Oh. But if Lucy's an asshole, then yeah.
He's a small demon about this tall who is he's sitting there to curse being the main character, and he's just a complete dick the entire time. Just nuts. Anything he can just do to screw her over, he does it. He's sent there to torture her.
Well, Memphis wasn't sent here to torture him.
No,
He just doesn't like him.
He just doesn't.
But he just doesn't like it.
Cool.
He loves me though.
Yeah, but he respects you enough that he doesn't like climb on you or anything or get in your bag or whatever. Sometimes you wake up and he's like near you, but for the most part, but for him, it's always like you have woken up sometimes noticing him cuddling near you and then looked up and saw his character with like snow on his head.
It's okay. We'll find a way to
It's hilarious.
repair our relationship.
Good luck.
Or you'll just follow your destiny. You'll do what he would want you to do. It would want you to do.
Can I just like toss a piece of dried meat and then this just for the element?
Yeah, you can throw it to him.
Okay. I'll just toss him some dried meat.
He looks at it and then throws it back at you.
Okay. Is this door frozen?
And then he proceeds to start licking ice.
So he is a cat, okay.
He's a jerk.
So I'm using the remnants of
Yeah,
my
so
blades,
you break through the door. The aft castle is taken up by one spacious cabin. Frost covers everything, every surface, every furnishing. A human corpse is slumped against the port side wall. Its left arm is draped across part of a heavy chest that's tucked in an alcove under the staircase. The skeleton wears a jacket and a wide-brimmed hat that hides most of its skull. Under its right arm is what would be described as a captain's journal, and the floor is strewn with empty wine bottles.
So
I'm
going to take his hat.
Why is that also the first thought I had? Was to take his fucking
I'm
hat.
going to take his hat, and then I'm going to look at the, I'm going to see if the chest is frozen shut or locked.
I'm
While
gonna go bush and pick up the journal.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, while somebody's looking at the chest,
The chest is
please
frozen
look at the
shut.
journal.
Blade. It goes until I drop it. Literally.
Yeah, it
stays
takes you
until I
about
drop it.
10 minutes. You'll be sitting there. It's to melt off all the ice.
That's
What
fine.
are you guys doing while he's
Taking
I'm gonna
a
read the journal.
short
I am
rest.
more interested in the book than the journal.
Okay.
Nerd. I might not have my memory, but I know you're a nerd.
You can make
Broke the mold thousand.
a history check. You get advantage on it because you know everything in every language ever.
It's nice to be in a nerd. 19.
Okay, this is. I'm going to give you an opportunity here as a GM. So this is the journal. This is the captain's journal. This is the captain of the Dark Duchess. That's this ship that you're on. Is the Dark Duchess. And the captain's name is Rudolph Blue Moon. Nerd. Total nerd.
Okay, wait. Dark Duchess
Well, his hat is mine.
and
I
Rudolph
am the
what?
captain now.
This dude's name is Rudolph Blue.
So, if any of you, I'll give this allow all three of you to do this. Any of you are up to the challenge. So this book is a chronicle of the adventures of the Dark Duchess. So if you want to tell me a short story of something that the Dark Duchess has done, and then you can basically say,
I have
this
one.
is one of this, was this one? It just has to be a short story.
I'm
You
ready.
should be like, this is off the top of your head. Go ahead.
I'm ready. So, as they were trudging through the depths of the ocean, all of a sudden, their ship started to rise out of the water, and they all panicked, of course. And then suddenly, their ship was stuck on what seemed like reef and things from the bottom of the ocean, and it was still moving. And so somebody figured out it was a really large sea turtle and they were able to talk to him and get him to go back underwater so that they could continue, but they got blown off course.
Very good. So those sea turtles known as Zaratons. So that's legit D&D.
I was like,
That's a
actually creatures.
That's
that
a legit D&D creature.
Yeah!
Yeah, they're super massive. They're
And they had to fight the lobster guys with the big claws and the fish people, the Falgan. Yeah.
So you read that one story, you're like, check out this story, and you just tell it to them. And they're like,
cool.
I got
that's so wild.
Yeah, I got another.
All right.
So
By the way, you get a point of inspiration for that.
they
that?
heard the
Which
crew
is basically a
heard
D6
tell
you can just add in.
this really,
Okay.
really ritzy ship, supposedly owned by this really rich noble family. They just use it as a pleasure yacht, essentially. They decided to try and make the ship, disguise it as a pirate ship, so it doesn't look like a pirate ship.
Mhm.
And they were going to ambush people as this pleasure cruise. The first ship they came across was that pleasure cruise.
I was talking about this one.
Talk about this was actually
That actually happened.
That actually happened.
The first ship they tried to ambush as the pleasure yacht was the pleasure yacht they disguised themselves as.
Except in this case, they won.
Yes,
Because they're pirates.
they did actually win because there were no weapons.
All the pleasure.
It was just a bunch of half-naked people lounging around drinking, and they got away with a second ship and all of the riches on it.
What was the name of the actual ship? What was that one?
The HMS Carmania.
Carmine. That's right.
It was
All right,
their
sweet.
best. It was their best score to date.
You get an inspiration point as well. Again, our inspirations you guys rarely get, but they're a special reward that you guys can use. And I said you can. If they're a D6, you can add to anything.
Okay.
Anything. You could be like, I need to hit him with this special power.
Okay.
I think I missed with this 15. I add a D6 plus to it.
Okay.
Can I add that to damage?
You can add to anything.
Fuck yeah.
Once you use it, it goes away. But you can always get more
So I
inspiration.
should have rolled 76 for the fine
It wouldn't matter. You did 24 and then you did 22. I mean,
Yes, but that could have been
Firefighter.
yes. All right. Do you have a story that, if you don't, you don't have to.
I have a pirate story.
But no pirate story.
No ocean stories or beaches or anything cool you can think of. Man, I'll sit here and keep going. I got another one.
Words of wisdom from the captain. Life's a beach.
No. It's been a while since I had this story happen though, so it takes me a minute to finagle it out nicely.
All right. So
But that's okay.
that's fine. You can finagle it out. Yeah, you read one of the stories where the ship, it made port in this lonely town called Fogshaven. They moored the ship in this cove, made their way to the town to go trade their wares, ill-gotten wares. Obviously. They noticed the people there to be strange and aloof, and they also noticed that this town, Foghaven, was not on any map at all, and they spent a total of a day there, as the men were too frightened by the people to even stay within the town. None of them even went out pouring. They were so freaked out by these people. They ended up getting back on the ship and setting out the next morning. And when they woke up in the morning, they realized that they were in an empty cove and there was no town at all.
So,
Can I do another story?
You can.
We'll just be doing stories all night.
sit here and tell pirate stories.
Why not?
So, while they were out traveling the seas, they were in fairly charted waters because pirate ship, they're looking for easily, commonly traveled lanes of shipping. They come across an island that doesn't seem to be on the maps.
Mhm.
They get to the island, and they're welcomed by dozens of beautiful women.
Trap.
everybody's really nice. The food flows, the wine flows, everybody parties, has a good time. The island seems to be sitting on a natural spring, so there's kind of a spa-like vibe here. Pirates take a couple days off, they start relaxing, everything. It's still really great for them. One morning they wake up. They start realizing they don't remember when they got here. But they're still surrounded by pretty women, lots of booze, lots of food. They don't care. They keep going. Another week or so passes by. Some of the men start disappearing. Until one day the captain realizes, you know what? We're pirates. We should be out plundering. This is nice and all, but I want to be stealing shit from people. So he goes looking for his crew. He sees fewer and fewer of his crew, but still the same amount of women. He gets to the leader's hut. He goes in there. There's a box with noise coming from it. He opens the box, and the missing crew is in there, shrunken down to guinea pigs.
Amazing.
He freaks out. He grabs the remainder of his crew because he has no idea how this happened. He doesn't even realize that it's actually his crew. Why the hell are there all these little fuzzy creatures wearing my crew's clothes? He runs, he grabs whatever crew will listen to him. They get back on their ship and they leave.
Well, those
Wow,
poor
that's
guinea
so
pigs.
weird.
Well, that happened to
Weird.
Odysseus in the Odyssey when they were Circe's island. Except they got turned into actual pigs.
Amazing.
The guinea pig one is the Percy Jackson.
Yeah, they turned into guinea pigs.
All right.
Because Cersei decided that regular pigs were too disgusting. Guinea pigs were cute enough that it just.
You can have another inspiration point for that, and then so you guys get to the final journal entry, and it reads, "That damned white dragon is back, circling above us like a vulture. I reckon she could carry the ship back to Luskin if she had a mind to die from starvation, bitter cold, or a dragon. Choices.
He obviously chose to go out drinking.
Huh.
So a more important bit is that there's a white dragon that's here, so we should get this ale.
And GTFO.
What's a dragon? It's a big scary thing.
You know what a dragon is. You're not that retarded.
Imagine
You're retarded, but you're not retarded.
Easy hack. I know nothing.
I mean, you know how to speak words and stuff. I mean, you have basic knowledge. What a dragon is a very common thing that everyone knows what a dragon is.
Yeah,
Especially in
geez.
fantasy settings. I don't even know what hands are. Come on.
What is this?
But is this a fantasy setting to me?
I don't know what cold ice water is. I don't even know what water is.
What's frozen water?
Just jumps into it. Jumps into it and freezes it. Make another character. You're dumb.
What's in the chest?
Don't come back until you're
All right,
good.
so you finally get all this stuff off.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Well, so this is in there.
It's my dick in a box.
Oh my god. I should know that shit.
I love the one.
Got a hole in the box.
So the hat has a badge affixed to it, which is a red eel wrapped around a golden trident. Which,
Can I identify with the history check?
yes,
That's not too bad. 22.
that is the symbol of the ship Suljak, which is a powerful faction in Luskin that engages in piracy. So that means he was a member of the ship Suljak.
So a tri-point hat with a.
Is that one of the 10 towns? It's not one of the 10 towns.
No.
Yeah, that's like
Luskin is south. That's
Yeah.
like where a lot of you guys were coming from. It's like the last town before getting up into Icewindale.
What was the?
It's a red eel wrapped around a golden shroud.
Did you say what the?
I'll tell you what it's a symbol of. Yeah. If I know.
I thought that's what you just said.
Yeah.
I just can't remember what he said it was.
Oh.
I can't
Oh,
remember.
that's what I was asking.
The ship something. Skulljack? Something like that?
Yeah, it's ship Soljack.
Souljack. Yeah, it's a group of pirates operating out of Luskin.
Look at me. Look at me.
Inside of his, while he's trying to melt off the ice, we'll say, Molly, that you find inside of his jacket pocket a key.
Okay.
With its head fashioned in the form of a rat's skull. And then the wine bottles that are all over the ground. James, you find that the labels on them read Sweet Berry Summer Wine.
Someone.
You don't see the corks anywhere. They're just empty bottles.
So he drank all these.
Maybe.
Drink himself to death, freeze to death.
You use the
starve to
key.
death,
You use
or-
the key to try and open the chest because it is locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It does open the chest.
In the chest you find dildos. It's a dick in a box.
I keep my decks in boxes.
Inside the chest is wooden partitions that divide the interior into two halves. One side is empty except for a dozen wine-stained corks.
He's over here like a Skyrim
Drinking
warrior.
his ass off, man.
And the other side contains 150 gold pieces, 520 silver pieces, a small gold bracelet, and a large gold bracelet, almost like bangles.
Gotcha.
How much silver?
And then a small gray bag.
I'll look in the bag.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
How much silver was it? 500?
520
silver.
silver.
520 silver pieces. 2 gold bracelets of varying sizes and a gray bag.
A gray
Are we gonna
bag.
split the money between us, or are we gonna put it in the group fund?
Well, look at me, I'm not here.
Because I was looking at
I'm a
my
bad
class. Because I could probably use some money to try to get some better weapons.
Well, let's split it.
I mean, I just have a basic scimitar and leather armor.
The 150 GP will split 3 ways, easy enough. Only 50 gold per person.
50 gold.
And we can throw the silver pieces into the party fund. That's only about 52 gold worth of silver pieces in there.
We can't see into the bag. It's
That's
all dark.
So it's going to be 190.
Even though you get into the light.
Yeah, it just like it looks like there's constant folds. Like you can't see into
I
the
will
bag.
reach into the bag and see
You
what I
reach
can
into the
find.
bag and you feel a small furry object.
Is this a bag of tricks?
Oh,
What'd you do? Are you pulling it out, or are you
Yeah.
leaving it
Oh,
out?
I forgot.
yeah, roll D8.
It is a bag of tricks.
3. Pulls it out and it just instantly pops to life, and it's this badger, and it just looks at you and then starts sniffing you and then starts running around the room.
I will communicate with it.
Such a fun item.
Okay.
Talk with things. Communicate with things. Speak with them.
I don't know if they're called bags of tricks in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bag. It's a gray bag of tricks.
How did you fit in there?
What do you mean? It says in animal
In
speak.
badger speak.
Meanwhile, they're just here.
It basically says to you, I don't know what you mean. I was just in the woods.
I'm a badger.
I'm a badger, and I was looking for some grubs to eat
So
under this log.
Just look at his badger.
No, I just imagine we're going back and forth. Badger.
Except the badger doesn't say any of that. It just growls, snarls, and sniffs at him, and then
Well, you're this is a frozen ship up
Why?
in a frozen wasteland. You are not in the woods anymore.
You should detect magic
and he
on the
essentially
gold
says,
bracelets.
"Yeah, I get that, but what's a ship?"
Is this like an American badger that wants to destroy us? Or like a cute English badger?
He's He's an American badger.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to be a
He's almost a Wolverine.
Right, I don't want to be.
This is a honey badger.
I don't like it at all.
Wolverine. He don't give a shit.
Oh no.
American badgers will shake you. English badgers look like they're about to invite you to have a nice cup of tea.
They're so adorable.
So a ship is just a large wooden structure that sails on the water.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Obviously, I don't know what the word sail means.
I don't know what you just said. I don't even know what water is. I mean, I know I drink it. I know that when it becomes cold, it's called frozen water. That's what Mama said it was. That's what Dada said it was.
Mama said
If we put them back in the bag, will they get back in the doors? Or will he even fit back in the bag?
He doesn't want to go back in the bag.
He'll disappear after a while.
Yeah. He'll hang out until he's either killed or he's dismissed.
Yeah, he'll just vanish. I'm gonna cast detect magic on these bracelets. Just
They are not magical.
but they are gold bracelets.
They are gold bracelets.
We'll be
I'm gonna toss that
into
into.
the bag. You know what? Here, I'm sorry for pulling you out of the woods here.
He's like, what is that?
It's meat. It's dried meat, but it's
Meat? Like what?
Like what kind of meat?
Given where we are, it's probably seal or walrus or something like that.
seal.
He sniffs it and then eats it. He's like, all right, enough of this conversation. I'm going back to badger stuff and being stupid. Stops talking to you and then starts like looking for things to eat.
You can write down a great bag of tricks and just keep that guy. I don't know what else we would do.
All right, so what else are you guys doing? So there's not much else in here. This was the captain's cabin.
I'm gonna go check.
Cleared it. The captain did not come to life and attack you like I was expecting to happen. I was like, oh, cool. The
You
skeleton.
skeleton, right? You got a skeleton.
A frozen skeleton.
Yeah, he didn't. He's just dead.
Is that a nice something?
Let's go check the forecastle door. Is that one also a frozen shut?
It is also frozen shut.
Yes.
I mean, I still haven't dropped my flame blade. It does specifically state in there that I don't use it until I drop it.
Okay. Well, it's good. You're not going to catch the boat on fire because it's covered in ice. So that's good. So,
Well, I mean, once I drop it, it disappears. And I have to cast it.
yeah, but I'm like, you're not going to walk by something and set it on fire because everything's frozen.
It also casts bright.
You might
light
walk
for-
in, bump into somebody, and burn their ass.
It also casts bright light for 10 feet and then dim light for 10 feet beyond.
Okay.
The right. So
Well, I
that's
mean,
a
you
torch,
guys
too.
can see pretty well right now with the flame blade being lit too.
Let's get through the forecastle door.
All right, so that one's the same thing. He just kind of puts the blade against it and eventually just melts away. And then it opens up into a short hallway that has 2 doors on the right, 1 on the left, and then 1 all the way down the end.
All right.
I'm going to open the first one.
First door on the right.
All the doors.
It opens up into a small bedroom. It's a frost-covered bed. Is shoved into one corner under a wooden staircase. Basically, it's that staircase. Yeah. And the rest of the cabin is empty. This is the first mate's cabin.
Jesus, if this is the first mate's cabin and the captain's cabin was so much larger, damn, I don't want to know what the rest of the ship's crew
Um,
The crew probably
You know,
slept.
no, there's no Mountain Dew or Cheetos here.
Oh, there's Cheetos.
That's
I
how
don't
it
have
typically
Do you want
works.
some?
Oh no, somebody in the chat was saying Mountain Dew and Cheetos.
Yeah.
I have wine and I have O Snap pickles and goldfish and Chex Mix and Starburst and water.
And I have a still frozen seat.
I think we might have a beer.
Like,
There is sake
Got some cheese.
and oh wow, and then I
Nice.
have some bourbon
I'm
floating
drinking
around too.
some shiny splash.
Also, this is a cat. Just in case anyone was wondering, this is a cat.
Open the door.
SNL shit skit. Oh well, I don't watch that. So
that was essentially where they aired Dick in the Box. It was originally an SNL skit with the Lonely Island and Justin Timberlake,
Oh,
and that just became their music video for it.
Because they also did Dick and Wax on SNL. What else? Justin Timberlake did Mother Love on SNL too.
Yeah, Mother.
That's the other one. And it's not game, it's in a three-way. That's the other one.
I agree. It's not games.
Yeah.
I also agree.
I think we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the rule. Like, I don't make the rules, so like.
I don't either, but
I just enforce it.
There's another dude there. There's a girl. It's not gay.
It's not game.
Although I will say my favorite Lonely Island has to be the Michael Bolton song.
Oh God, Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow, yes. He just keeps cutting away from the movies he
This
watched.
is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow.
And then he just keeps devolving into other movies. He's
I got some appreciation for Michael Bolton from that song.
Yes.
A bunch of his fans were like upset because you like he says pussy in that song. And a bunch of his like older fans were like, "This is really inappropriate," and he was just straight up like, "That's what they told me to say, so I said it." Like, I don't know how to do
I mean, it was
those are the lyrics to the song.
Did you think I never cursed?
not only that.
Like it's not
He
like
was
he's a,
literally singing as Tony Montana.
Right, yeah, that's Tony Montana.
it's not like he was like singing for a church group. I mean,
Right, yeah, it was.
it's not like he's
comedy skit.
It's not like Bolton actually is like a church singer,
Right.
like known throughout America as, you know, America's sweetheart and, you know,
Well,
top
pretty-
Christian
Or
artist.
prettier than Julia Roberts. I've never understood how she's America's sweetheart.
Well, she was at one point. She's not anymore. I don't think America has a sweetheart anymore. Maybe Biles.
I love her so much.
She is adorable.
She is.
She's the best.
I love how she's
She's
so
actually funny too.
she's so good and she's
yeah.
such above
Sorry,
all
friend.
other athletes that they literally say, yeah, you can't do that.
And they're like, if you do it, we're not going to score it high.
Is that why?
Oh yeah. They
Yeah.
straight up were like, because this is a potentially dangerous move and we don't want other athletes to imitate it and get hurt, we're not going to give it the highest technical grade. So like the moves that only Simone Biles can do are graded lower than moves that anybody could do. And it's bullshit.
Which is ridiculous.
I
What they should do
so
is they should say, all right, y'all, thank you for coming to the Olympics this year. She gets all of the
All of
medals.
that's done.
All
So
gold
I
medals go to
only-
her. The rest of you are just going to be fighting over
I
stuff.
had always seen that all the other athletes were supposedly rallying behind her and that something had happened, but I didn't actually know.
That's what it was.
That's what it
It's that ridiculous.
And then she dropped out today from
That's-
the individual
yeah.
competition, citing mental health issues. But it's
Yeah.
probably because y'all got me feeling crazy. Like, am I crazy? Like,
Like, so I'm super good and I just crushed everything, but you're not getting me to give you the
And
top
this is
score
the
because it's-
duality of
She's-
Japan.
absolutely the best.
Like they don't
Yeah.
want people.
Well, it's not
to be
like Japan. It's not like Japan is the one scoring.
Yeah,
It's
this
the
is the
Olympic.
International Olympic
It's the
Committee.
Olympic
Yeah,
Committee
the
that's
IOC made these decisions.
Japan's just like, thanks for coming. Would you like some rice?
Here's some game music.
Here's some octopus flavored soda.
She is a fucking animal.
She is.
dude. So good. She,
Anyways, back
she
to
did
this
all-
pirate ship
I'm gonna go into the next
and
room.
Biles, who is definitely America's.
The best.
So I'm gonna go into the next room.
Left-handed room. Let's go.
That's valid. Well, thank you. Where are we going?
I'm gonna go into the next block.
We're gonna go through door number left.
So we came in here.
We went through the first door on the right.
So there's a door opposite of it.
Okay.
We're gonna go in that.
Okay, you go into that room. And then
Nothing.
in this narrow cabin, shelves and containers are scattered on the floor amid piles of dirty bandages. Small clusters of dried leaves have frozen to the floor in places. The disheveled, frost-covered bed is tucked in an alcove under a wooden staircase.
So almost identical to the other one.
Nah, this one's like a little longer and it's got like more room in it because
How's the first mate's cabin
because
smaller
this
than
is the
this one?
surgeon's cabin.
Surgeon's care.
because this is actually where people are patched up.
Are there any surgical supplies
You
and
guys can make
things
a
left?
search. You can make a perception check or investigation. Is fine.
Investigate.
19.
19.
All right. It looks like this cabin has recently been searched through because just the way that things have been moved around that look like they should have been frozen in place, but they've been like clawed or something or moved away. Not by like the troll, because troll wouldn't have fit in here, but something else was
Not
in
with
here.
that attitude.
Yeah, no, it's not fitting.
That is literally one of the phrases I hate the most in this entire world. Is
What?
not with that attitude.
Oh my god.
I can't stand when people
Under
say it
the-
to me. I'm like, in all seriousness, don't say it.
Under the bed, you find
Okay.
3 vials of antitoxin, a healer's kit, and a vial of holy water.
All right.
I just say it in a very sarcastic.
3
as a very
vials.
sarcastic
Of
Antitoxin.
a healer's kit,
Healer's kit.
and a vial of holy water.
Vial of holy water.
water. You
And
know
now
it's
my
holy
crystal.
water because it says holy water on it.
Oh my gosh! So that means I'm gonna start wearing my thing when I come to D&D that has my holy water in it.
Yeah.
I actually have
Holy water.
a from Spirit.
All right, so there's 2 other doors. There's one at the end of the hallway, and then there's one more to the right.
I'm gonna go
Right hand door, kick it open.
Kick it open.
Tries to kick it open, but really the
I'm
door
very
opens
weak.
towards
I
As the-
sprained my knee.
Make a strength check.
As the door is kicked open forcibly, a light breeze emerges from this room. Pieces of parchment and paper flutter on the floor. A large, detailed map of the Sword Coast takes up most of one wall.
Well, we just lost Nelson. Let's go explore the rest of the ship.
I'll take this map.
Okay. This room contains 2 useful maps. There is a 6 foot wide, 6 foot tall map of the Sword Coast.
I will roll that up. Take that.
And the other one is a map of Icewindale.
Take that, Jay.
Interesting.
And you guys make a investigation check in here at all?
I will.
15.
22. Well, a lot of 18s.
22 reveals hidden behind like some papers. You find a set of navigator's tools.
Take this.
I'm gonna go open the last door.
All right. All right. The foremost cabin holds 2 rime-covered barrels lying next to a rat that has obviously perished from the cold. Mooring ropes and fishnets hang from hooks along the back wall. Seems to be a storage room.
That's an odd detail to add there, frozen rat.
Yeah.
What's in the barrels?
You have to break open the barrels. You have to either pry them open with some sort of tool, or you're gonna have to
I
hack
say we just go ahead and take one and figure that out later.
Well, before we take them, we should go below deck because we haven't been down there yet.
Sure.
I'm opening it.
I mean,
to
to crack
pry open
cracking
I
a
have a
hole
scimitar.
in it would be fine. When do we need to open it?
like a crowbar or some sort of like an axe or something with a little bit of meat to it.
I have a spear.
Flame blade is not going to work. A spear will work.
It's worked on everything else so far.
You do a spear. Yeah. You crack it open. The first barrel contains a hooded lantern, 3 flasks of oil,
You're gonna put
5
it down?
bars of lime soap, and 3 sets of manacles.
Soap, manacles, oil.
I'll take the oil. I don't know what I need for the lantern. I'll take the oil.
I'll take the
Why not?
I'll take flasks, oil. I can see in the dark.
I can see the dark too, yeah. That's what
5 bars of lime soap.
5 bars limestone.
Do I have dark
this sounds
vision?
like the
Oh, I do.
this sounds like the
If you're a cat and you don't have dark vision, then something's wrong with that.
sounds like the girl they kept all the sex toys.
Does have 3 sets of manacles.
And oil.
What's a manicle?
manacles? It's a
They're
old
handcuffs.
school.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. The kind that you would attach to walls.
fun.
Yeah.
The second barrel contains 10 torches. All on fire still.
It's just all
No. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea.
We were fighting that ice troll.
Yeah, that would have been helpful.
I mean, if nobody, I'll take them if nobody else wants the torches.
I have dark.
Wait, is there really torches in there?
I have
10
dark
torches.
vision.
Just 10 ever-burning torches.
No, they're not. But I mean, they're ready. Like they're packed. Like they have the rags. They've been wrapped and soaked in something, and then coated with wax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to go.
Basically, they're ready to go.
I'm not worried about whether I can see or not. I'm worried about if I need fire at some point
She
in
just
time.
now has a big stack full of sticks behind on her back.
Hang
She's
on,
got
let me
other
get one
stuff,
out.
but she's the strongest person in the group, so it's okay.
She might need the torches whenever we encounter the torch dungeon.
The torch against that troll would have been a very good melee weapon to use.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right, so going back out onto the main deck now, you have basically pretty much one choice at this point is to go down
Well,
into the hole.
Now
we can either jump through the hole or take the stairs.
Yeah, you can jump through the hole,
I'm gonna take this.
Like a
or you
dumbass.
can take the stairs.
And I'm gonna take the stairs.
Down to Goblin Town.
Down to Goblin.
Was that your go down the stairs?
Yes, it was.
So
It's also how I breathe underwater.
you just.
I actually have underwater.
So,
Oh, neat.
guys climb down into the ship's hold. The ship's hold contains heaps of snow and 4 tied down jolly boats that are covered in rime. Rime is just frost.
Okay.
It's a fancy.
It's a fancy word.
Ooh.
It's fancy frosted. It drinks with its pinky out.
In the forward starboard corner rests a large pile of treasure covered in ice. Like you could tell it's like there's
a slight gold.
there's a pile of gold and all kinds of treasure stuff, and it's got a layer of ice on it.
Oh, the fucking dragon has been in here. We should go.
That is a crazy assumption.
That is the accurate assumption.
I'm
We know there was a
place
dragon.
the flame
Pile
grenade,
of pile of like gold coins.
treasure to melt the ice.
Standing next to the hoard, frozen in the maw, in its now open maw, is a white feline creature that is sheathed in ice.
So
Is
the
it
dragon's
black
already
cat?
in here.
I think the dragon has been here. That would also explain the big hole because the troll came up and down the stairs.
Well, you
So,
could search around the hole. You guys didn't do a lot of searching around the hole, but if you look now, you can see there's claw marks everywhere. And if you had looked at that mask that I said was all mangled, there's claw marks all over.
Is there any alcohol in here?
There might be. That's a possibility.
That's not very convincing.
Yeah, it's right here. There you go.
There could be just one bottle of crappy rosé. Really crappy.
That I'm so just gonna keep drinking as
Drank it,
shitty
though.
as it is.
It is so
It's
bad.
gonna take me all of the session to get through the rest of that.
I was
class.
hoping that they would not fuck up something like the rosé, but they did.
No, they really did. They really fucked
It's
me
It's
up.
like they took varnish and mixed it with good rosé, so it kind of smelled like rosé. Because if you smell it, it smells good, but then you taste it.
So they
it's like
essentially poured rosé into moonshine.
no, moonshine would have been better.
At least you don't get fucked
At least
up.
you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
At least you're gonna get as fucked up.
Well,
feel like they
where's the
skipped-
percentage? No, this is 13%. That's also why it tastes like shit. It's 13%, which is rosé is usually not that high. It's usually like 9 or 10.
Who knows? Who knows the real reason why it's shitty? Maybe it's 13%, but maybe it's just because it's shitty.
No, it's both. It's definitely both.
Okay, so I think I figured out why. It's from France.
I'm
That's-
sorry for all you French people that might be watching right now.
No, I do not.
It's not the only reason. It is definitely a product of France. And it does contain sulfites.
But that's a natural thing for wine
Yeah, it is natural. But that being said, yeah,
Too
Anyway.
many sulfites. And sulfites can definitely.
proceeds from the sale of this shitty wine benefit the New Orleans Wine and Spirits Education Foundation, a non-profit organization dedicated
Oh shit!
teachers
I thought my
we
mom
provide-
providing education and career advancement opportunities for wine and spirit industry professionals, and the Roots of Music, a nonprofit organization that also empowers the youth of New Orleans to drink shitty wine
And then play the trumpet.
and also empower them through music education, academic support, mentorship, while preserving and promoting the unique, magical, and cultural heritage of our city and its shitty wine.
I think it's a really great cause.
Great
It's
cause.
just
It is.
really shitty wine.
It is terrible.
Yeah, is there any alcoholics we can find? I want to be here on strike. So. Stop melting the trigger. What the fuck are you doing? We're all gonna die.
All right,
The dragons
so
want shiny things.
Why is there Memphis in here? He's a dragon.
I tell you what. You
yeah,
saw this dragon, I'm
so
gonna
the
find
the
myself.
feline creature that is frozen in place is a crag cat.
Yeah, I figured.
Fucking frozen. It's cat. It's like,
That's
it
unfortunate.
was more like this, like it was looking up at the hole and it was like, and then frozen dead.
That's my family.
So we tried any
Like
alcohol.
it's so, it got frostbitten instantly that its face is sort of fucked up too. Like its eyeballs are poking out the wrong way.
That's my
I'm gonna-
brother.
This is
in fact, I want to show you a picture
Oh my god. I can't.
of what this cat looks like. In my opinion.
My poor brother.
strange. He's already dead.
So, motivational speaker, there is a lion in everybody. The lion in me.
Oh no! No!
Same look with the wolf too.
So,
Oh my god.
And that's just like if you look at like.
that's what this crag cat looks like. That's what he looks like, frozen in place.
I can't.
Like someone
I
mixed
can't.
a really badass cat with like Kermit the Frog and froze his face. Kermit the Frog. Alright, so you're trying to melt through some ice here?
While he's trying to get us.
Just so you know, it's going to take, there are 4 layers of ice,
Jesus.
I really wish you would do that.
and it will take you an hour per layer.
Jesus. Okay,
No,
I,
we're not.
I obviously see how long it's gonna like nope.
This treasure could, in fact, really help you guys. This is a big treasure.
I just want to.
Is it gonna be like
I just
those
want to
massive?
find whatever ale is in this boat, and I will.
Alright, so down here in the hold,
I'm guessing it's
besides
like
the
massive pile, so
giant,
it's gonna have, like,
massive
pile.
pile of treasure that I can't believe you guys are just giving up on,
Yeah. Okay.
there are 2 doors. One that's going to be below the aft castle, and one that's below the fore
Do we
castle.
have to melt and move the treasure to get to one of the doors?
We'll go after Castle first. Or at least I will.
So that's the part. That's going to be the one that's below the captain's cabin. Aft. Yes. All right. That's going to be.
Fuck if I know. I don't speak boat. I hate people.
This door-
To, remember?
This
Aft?
door is severely fucked up. Severely fucked up. But it's not been completely smashed through. But
You
something was
wanna-
clawing and biting and trying to get through it.
You want to step
Very
away from that
recently,
door?
in fact. Because there's chunks of ice all over the ground, and it's like all torn up and sort of bent inwards.
It could have been the troll. That father was a dirty.
Bent
Um,
inwards,
I just-
as in it looks like something was trying to go
Inward.
into
trying
the
to get
door
in-
or trying to come out
no,
of the
trying
door.
to go in.
Okay,
You guys can surmise that it's probably the trolls trying to get through it for whatever reason. they
trying
wanted
to get away
in
from
there.
something else, that's for sure.
I would
Maybe.
like to try to get
Oh, okay.
Just
I
send the
have-
smallest person to crawl through it. I got this.
Well, I have human-sized hands. I imagine the problem trolls having. Are they going to rip doorknobs?
Like 5'5".
No.
I'm a small cat.
No, that was 6 foot.
In real life, I'm not that big, but My cat is.
So there's
Your
like
cat is
there's
taller
like
than you
a
at 5'5".
slight crack where you could kind of look in, but
You're in.
you peer in. Make a dexterity saving throw.
We're all gonna fucking die. 15.
15. You just dodge out of the way as like basically this much length of a javelin, small
Oh,
javelin,
somebody's alive.
pokes through the hole, like trying to stab at you.
Hey, will you relax, guy?
You can hear like muttering, and since you can speak every fucking language, you can hear what they're saying. They're saying,
What
They're
language are they
basically saying-
speaking?
well, I guess I'm not sure. I think they speak. Draconian.
Well, I also speak Draconic.
Yeah, Draconic. They speak Draconic. Yeah, they're
I
kobolds.
speak
I
Draconic.
hate kobolds.
I can turn my spore druid into a tank.
They say they're manlings. They're manlings. Troll's gone.
We killed the troll, so I'm trying.
You say that in Draconic?
Yes.
It speaks our tongue, the sacred tongue of the dragon.
God, I forgot how stupid cool. I'm about
I-
to roll deception.
I understand everything because I also speak Draconic, but I'm just sitting there like,
I'm just like kind of
So
looking back
I
and forth, hearing a
rolled-
bunch of hisses.
I rolled a 21 deception. I'm gonna say we are servants of the great dragon. He has sent us to ensure the safety of his lair. Open the door.
And to take his treasure to a new lair.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. I'm not overly terrified of kobolds in a combat situation, but if they play traps, which is likely, I want to deal with this shit.
Amateurs.
Say you speak of the white worm?
Yeah, what other great trap? Come on.
The one who lairs atop Reghead Glacier.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
I just sit here and stare at you, hoping that you know what the fuck you're doing.
Find out real soon.
She is ancient.
Right, what was she doing? Wait, no, I would know what she's doing. I would serve her first. Yes, we've just come to
Oh shit, I forgot something I can do. Is
survey this area for the Great White One.
She will be back soon. You can speak to her when she returns.
Right. Well, we have like another errand we have to run, so if we could speed this along, that'd be great.
Just came in on Saturday. And great.
We will wait here for her.
Cool. Say, just out of curiosity, is there anything in that room with you, bud? Barrels, maybe? Bottles? Cases? That sort of stuff?
There's fur. He holds up like fur.
And on that note,
Well,
I grab him and I start pulling him over this way to let him know we need to check the other room
All right.
and get the
Well,
fuck out of here quickly.
You guys hold on to that. I'll make sure I'll put in a good word for you, boss.
All right, so you go to.
I'm gonna walk away. I don't know what to do with these guys. It's like me.
All right, so that door opens up. All right, this cabin has. You basically open the door pretty quickly in this one. This cabin has been thoroughly ransacked. Dishes are strewn across the floor. A galley table is in the middle of the room.
this like this one?
That has pots and ladles hanging above it. Yeah, the other one was the hole for like where the crew slept. Tied in a low cupboard against the starboard wall is a thin goat, which is kind of frozen. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not.
It's
not
alive?
frozen. I'm sorry, it's alive. I think it must be frozen. No, it says it lifts its head.
What is it?
And bleats
A
at you,
goat.
shuffling towards you until the rope grows taut and stopping its advance. Yeah, it's a goat. It's a live goat.
Okay, well, we're going to take that with us.
Oh, that's cool.
D6.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much in here. It looks like most of the galley's been cleaned out of stuff. probably when the crew abandoned the ship because it was frozen in
I'm going
ice.
to take the hit.
I already said that.
No, you didn't.
And
Yes.
there's no third
I
level.
was reading something on against team. Like you did.
It's fine. I said, well, we're going to take him with us.
Okay, so we'll definitely take the goat, I guess, but now
I don't want to leave him.
there's no rail here. Like this was.
There's
And there is another door on the far.
Through that door.
quickly.
Quickly.
There's a key jammed in the lock of this door, left there in haste by crew members who had plundered the ship's supply before abandoning the ship.
I'll unlock it, I guess.
This cabin is empty, except for a smashed wooden crate lying on the frost-covered floor.
Are there a bunch of broken bottles lying around it?
You can look around. If you guys
We'll
want.
investigate. 17.
Looking around the broken detritus, you've noticed that some of the planks display parts of a painted symbol. You can make an intelligence check to see if you can put a symbol together, basically like a puzzle.
Oh, 20 even.
The image is a circle contained within which is a smiling face of a drow. The smiling face of a drow who wears an eye patch and a purple, wide-brimmed hat accented with a colorful purple plume.
A drow pirate?
Yeah, an elvish script around the circumference reads, quote, "The best rum from your friends at One-Eye Jack's."
So there was rum in here, but they took it when they left.
Maybe.
Or the troll drink.
Seems like you are shit out of luck.
Yeah, so we're assed out and there's a dragon coming.
Basically.
Yeah.
Unless we really want to search out over the cold.
I mean, we already know they have her.
I just don't want to be held up here for long enough for the dragon to come back.
We handled that troll pretty well.
Yep.
Oh, I did.
Yep. We will handle the dragon. I mean, it's obviously not. They said it was ancient, but how big is this hole that it crawled through?
It's a 3-mast ship.
Yeah,
so this
there's-
ship is probably at least 200 feet long.
According to this thing, I mean, there's more wood and stuff like that I'm just showing you the basic frame to expedite it because I really didn't have the thing to draw the full size ship.
Sure.
It's actually like a little bit bigger than
Right.
that.
But it's not to scale.
It's not to scale. No, the hole is roughly, I don't know, about 20 by like, it's about 30 feet wide, I guess. It's about 30 feet wide.
So this thing might be like a young dragon if it can fit in the lower deck of this ship.
It don't look like it
Can
went in to more of just smashed a hole and then put its stuff in a pile.
oh, so it probably is fucking huge.
Yeah,
Just wants the big old hole and shove shit up underneath.
Yeah, I mean,
The
you can look at
dragons
the
are
claw
fighting
marks
polymorph?
and you could tell that it's pretty big.
The dragons are
I could
fighting polymorph?
probably tell you, if you want to make a nature check, I could tell you about roughly how big you think it is.
I don't have nature.
I do.
It has nature shit on it.
I do. +5 on intelligence. That is a 5. Plus
Yeah,
5 plus 2. So 12. That's probably not going to get me anything.
Yeah, it's gonna be either huge or gargantuan.
Yeah, no, we gotta get the fuck out
You guys could totally take it.
of here.
Totally
I bet, yeah, what's it like a CR 15, 16?
20.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we're gonna go.
You can totally take her.
And that's saying something because white dragons are technically like the weakest chromatic dragons, but it's still a CR. So it's creature rated. So it's rated for 4 level 20 characters.
challenge rating.
Yeah.
And 4 level 20 characters would be challenged by her.
Yeah.
We got this. I'm going to go back to Mel's little treasure.
Somebody get the goat so
I've already got it. I'm ready. Let's go. As soon as we get outside, she appears.
Well, I mean, she doesn't not appear.
It's fine.
Now imagine if we had waited the 4 hours and we taken and built the treasure cloud.
Oh, she definitely would have come back
Such a
before
good
then.
treasure. You guys can. I mean, she's not coming back yet. I mean, you can.
Nope.
How heavy is the treasure pile? Even frozen?
It's frozen. It's fucking incredibly heavy. It's basically frozen to the deck.
It's not gonna move.
You can. You're strong enough to lift that up, right?
No.
You have plus 14 to your strength already, right?
I mean, you do peer into the treasure. They're like under that first little layer. There is like a large pearl that you could just almost get to.
He's trying. That's us hard.
I am not staying in this building.
I mean, the fourth layer's got the good shit.
I bet.
Like fucking cool ass badass shit.
It's gonna stay right where it's at.
Like a 20th level character would be like, this is a shitty treasure. This is like they would be like kind of disappointed.
But we would be like, this is a badass.
This
Like,
is
a
essentially
level 7, a group of level 7 or 8 level would be like, this is a pretty good treasure.
Be that retirement treasure.
This would be retirement treasure for first level. Even fourth level, you guys would be like, maybe we should just retire. We can buy our
After
own
we get-
inn in
Buy
one
nice
of the
inn.
10 towns.
Chill out.
We could call it the Lucky Devils. Welcome to Lucky Devils, where we got
Okay.
away with
Here's the
all
thought.
this treasure.
What if we came at the treasure from the bottom?
Like so got through all that ice and then board. Yeah, totally. You could totally do that.
I don't want to do that. I want
I mean, it makes more sense that you would have to hack through multiple layers of ice and then through wood.
I forget that it's trapped in ice and not just like all that water.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's literally.
I like the idea. I think you should spend more time doing that so I can continue to roll the 20% chance that every hour that she comes back.
No, can we go
Yeah,
now?
we're gonna go.
We're not wasting any more
We're gonna
time.
go.
We're ready to
I'll
leave.
say bye to the kobolds. You'll take care.
You just roll one more time. Just roll
No, that's not fair.
Oh, what do you know?
88 or something. You're good. The closest I got was 28%. Yes, 20% or under. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, we're gonna go. That's such a dick move. Like if you roll it right at the beginning and just a gargantuan CR20 white dragon shows up.
Yeah, but there's ways to defeat her. Well, not to defeat her, but get away.
Right. Now there's
They make ways to get away.
ways to
Not defeat her, just kind of get away.
right to not get killed.
Ways to survive.
Is she immune to blind?
Her safety
Yes.
is so high. You probably
She actually is immune.
Okay, well, there goes blind for it.
Her safety
You could
is
blind
probably
her, and it would have no effect on her at all. She's already blind.
Immune to the death?
I mean, she'd be affected by death, but
What's her save bonus? Like 15, 16?
I already turned the page, but yeah, it's great.
I don't think any of our spells would actually.
She's not challenge rated 20, she's challenge rated 19. Let's put it that way, because she's got fucking cataracts. That's how old she is.
That's how old she is.
She's fucking old.
Ancient white dragon.
I can give you her name, and then you guys can try and pronounce it, because I can never pronounce dragon.
Dragon ancient rotations.
All right, ready? You write this down.
Butthole.
It's not. A-R, it's not even that hard of a one, too. It's A-R-V-E-I-A-T-U-R-A-C-E.
Arbitrace.
Arbitracy.
There you go.
Dead bitch. That's what I'm gonna call her now.
That bitch.
Dead bitch.
She's the
That bitch
old white one.
Arbors Tursay. Arbors, whatever.
Arbitracy?
Dead bitch.
What he said.
Blah, blah, blah.
Arbitracy.
Medulla oblongata. I think that's funny about these things. It's like a fantasy word anyway. The people who fucking wrote that don't know how to shit's pronounced. They're
No,
just
they
like,
just made it up.
here's some letters. Like I remember D&D Shadow Dragons used to always have those ridiculous things, like 6 X's and a Q and shit. And you'd be like, nobody knows how to
That's
say
like,
that.
the muscle in the neck, the sternocleidomastoid. Like it's one of the longest names for any of the muscles, and I'm like, but why?
On this serious, but meanwhile, bicep.
So as you guys are leaving the ship and you're heading back towards whatever, there over the howling wind, you hear the flapping of titanic wings, followed by the crackling of ice under something like enormous, basically. So you kind of look back and you see the shadow kind of descend out of like the clouds, and then as she kind of just kind of crawls on top, she's like her wingspan is larger than the ship. And she's just like crackling over it, and then just you can hear cracks in the ice going out towards you guys as you're running across, getting away.
With our dog sled and
With
our
your dog
goat.
sleds.
The goat is on the dog sled. The dogs are pulling the goat on the dog sled because we're not waiting for it to catch up. I don't think it runs as fast as we do.
It's just kind of bleeding.
Shut up! Sit still.
You just killed the goat.
Enjoy the ride.
But I mean, the dogs are barking, so.
Right.
But she doesn't seem to pay any mind to random.
Oh yeah, a dragon of that age should be for things.
Well, if she doesn't give a thing, I should be able to get some of that treasure.
She does give a shit about her stuff, though.
Yeah,
all dragons do.
Dragon
Even
shit.
good dragons, all they do is dream about their treasure. That's all they do.
Well, that sounds like a no problem.
Let's see. What was the saving throw you were asking about?
What's her constitution?
Plus 14.
Yeah, so you couldn't even do it. She seems like 13.
So even if I roll 1.
Yeah, like a 1 is the only way for a fail because it's a crit fail on the same throw. Literally couldn't touch her.
No. I mean, her natural AC is 20. She has almost 400 hit points.
Jesus. How much damage does a breath weapon do?
Breath weapon does cone of cold, 90-foot cone. The DC, you guys have to make a DC 22 Constitution saving throw.
Couldn't possibly make it. My constitution
To take half of 16d8 cold damage.
Oh, that's bad.
The average is 72 points of damage.
Yeah, I have seriously.
The average. I just want to do the average every time.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine, guys.
She has legendary actions because she's such a massive creature. She's so old. She can take 3 legendary actions.
Well, we've already decided we ran away, so.
I'm just saying, but if you want to go back,
Nope.
I want you to know,
already
besides her
gone.
frightful presence that she automatically gets,
We're already gone.
she can also make 3 attacks, one with her bite and her 2 claws. Which,
Did they get rid of wing buffet attacks?
they have a wing attack on here. It's a wing buff. It's one of her legendary actions.
So I remember like.
So legendary, she gets 3 legendary actions every round. So she gets all her other actions plus her legendary actions. But the legendary actions cost like a certain amount. Like wing buff, it costs 2 legendary actions to do. And basically, it's a dexterity saving throw, DC 22, or you take 15 points of damage, and you're knocked prone. And it's every creature within 15 feet of the dragon. Doesn't matter where you're standing. Just everybody.
Get fucked.
Even if you're on top of the dragon?
She can make a tail attack as a legendary action.
So can anybody tell me how this die is supposed to work? Because I think it's printed incorrectly.
No, it's printed correctly.
No.
The numbers are supposed to be on the points.
4, 2.
Yeah, but there's still there's a base number. So like when you roll it, you see that number on the bottom?
That's the number.
That's the number.
Yeah.
So versus
See, like,
this one where the
whatever
number is
side
on the
it
top.
lands on, there's
Yeah,
a
that's
number
the
on
old
bottom
school
that
one.
says- That's how
The
they
old
used to
school
spell.
ones always had the number on the bottom, while the newer ones have it on the
Okay, because all the other dice I have are on the point, and
That's
this
an
See,
shit's
like,
fucking.
look at this one.
Oh. That's interesting.
One tin, so it is not a cow trap.
Well, it has the numbers on the top.
Yeah, see, even if you made her deaf, she has blind sight, so it wouldn't matter.
Mm.
So she can see and sense you guys within 60 feet of her, no matter where you are at. She's immune to cold. She has perception of +13. She has legendary resistance, which is a nice little bonus thing.
Wouldn't
If
sneak up
the
on
dragon, this is 3 times a day. If the dragon fails a saving throw, it can just choose to succeed instead. I succeed on that. You know what? Mind spike me? I think not.
I don't think you mind spiked me. I couldn't succeed on mind spiking her in the first one. Her saving throws too high.
So the dragon's breath recharges on a roll of 5 or 6. So every turn at the beginning of a turn, I roll a d6. If they get a 5 or 6, she just recharges it and just fucking hits you guys.
Which is potentially worse than because it used to be like recharges every 1d4 plus 1 rounds. But if you get lucky die rolls, you can potentially just be breathing
cold
ice
on
breath
you
at you
every
every
single
round.
time. Yeah. So yeah, she's pretty badass.
Does she have spells?
No, she's not a spellcaster because we don't really.
We're
I
gonna
think
go
I got rid of
back,
that.
sneak up on
Most
her,
of
and I'm
them-
gonna backstab.
I
Most of them got
remember
rid of that.
in
for the
second
most part.
edition, every dragon was that plus 20 levels.
Yeah,
of
they're
sorcery.
just beasts now. They just
Yeah.
do like monster shit. So, anyways, you guys have.
Is yours shaped like this?
What is that?
Your D2, I guess.
So yeah, like they have like the 6
What was the
sides.
last time you guys? When was the last time you leveled?
In a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay.
Oh,
so
I like this one.
defeating the Dark
Those glow in the
Duchess
dark.
and
That's
the
so funny.
creatures within and not dying from the dragon grants you a level.
Yay, level 5.
I'm so upset that we didn't get the only thing that we came here to
So
The treasure?
get. No, it's not just alcohol. We're not going to get paid now. And we almost had filled in.
I think you're actually automatically connected onto another quest because
Do we happen to see like snow-covered bottles that go off in a different direction?
no,
now?
it's not that complicated.
Now I'm a 5th level warlock.
Hey, I automatically learned animate dead and gaseous form.
All right, so you guys know now that there's treasure there.
Yes.
yeah.
So put that on your mind. And just remember, you have Dark Duchess treasure, and if you guys choose to scout the area, wait for the dragon to leave, you can go back there and actually get the treasure.
And hope that
Because
she
right
doesn't
now,
come
you're
back
not
within
getting
4
anything
hours.
for your travels out here. Only what you found.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Hey, did you detect magic on those bracelets? I'm assuming they're just plain
So
out
the
gold
quest-
bracelets, but
The quest you had basically it's 2 quests in one. It was 0 rum and the Dark Duchess quest.
Right.
0 rum is basically you have this big incentive to go out there. It says although this quest cannot be completed because the crew's the ship's crew left behind no rum or other alcoholic beverages. Other treasures aboard the ship far surpass what the tavern keepers at Brennan could have offered as a reward.
Like my great bag of
So
tricks.
the
now.
quest is not without merit.
Right, because we got the bag of tricks, we got.
That is not what I was talking about. I'm talking about a giant hoard of treasure.
Which we can't. I guess we could have stayed because there was also a chance that the dragon
So-
wouldn't show up.
So it's
Like,
was it 1 hour per
or we
level
just
of
would have
ice
had to do our best to like
total, or just
hide.
based on my
Just-
1 flame blade? Because we had the 10 torches
What are you talking about?
To melt the ice.
to melt the ice on the treasure. If we had lit all 10 torches,
Oh yeah,
Use
you
those all
could have
at
definitely
once.
gotten through it quicker. Yeah. You guys can go and hang out and
But
then go
we also,
come back.
again,
You can wait
we
for her to
also
leave.
could have gotten murdered by a dragon. I feel
I'm
like
not-
we're ignoring the fact.
I'm not telling you guys what to do.
I feel the nerd over here is ignoring the fact that massive pile of treasure.
Yeah, sometimes
I
the
don't
risk
really wanna get it killed by
there's
a
a
dragon.
risk reward ratio we're talking about here.
See,
The risk is way too high for me.
Maro, I
Sorry,
know
it's not
you're
good
a
with
female player because you're smart. You're all dudes. They would argue until you agreed, and then you all go.
And then we would all go back and we would all
You might
die.
You
These
might.
all dudes. I have TPK'd multiple groups because I put shit. I'm like, oh well, Patrick wouldn't have put it there. unless we were supposed to go back there and get it.
False.
But every time I had a female play in the group, they would be like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to get fucking killed by a monster. Because it's clearly belongs to something really powerful.
Yeah, I'm not.
And those groups survive. Now, again, yeah, I'm a bit of
I mean,
a
y'all can
manipulative asshole. Do I want you guys to get the treasure?
Of
Yeah,
course.
This is some good treasure I want you guys to have because I want you to be more powerful.
Is it another magic fish hook?
There's not a magic fish hook in here.
I don't even want to know. I don't even need to
I don't
know
even care.
because I'm not doing it.
We can come back later.
There are some really nice magical items.
We can potentially gather some more people to come and help us, but
There's
no.
a ton of gold.
I'm sure there is.
Like
And
you would need more dogs.
see, we couldn't even take all the treasure with us. Just no. Just no.
Now you could.
Would the dragon be like Scrooge McDuck, and if we only took one gold coin, she would know?
Probably.
This is the dragon we're talking about. So first of all, the dragon knows we were there.
The dragon's smelling.
Absolutely.
The dragon knows you were there. The dragon knows that you didn't fuck with his treasure, so the dragon's okay.
Dragon's gonna leave
Does
us
the
alone.
dragon smell Memphis?
Memphis
He
doesn't have a
has-
scent.
Yeah, he doesn't have a scent because he's a fucking weird monster. She might be like, ooh, what's that weird smell? It smells like tentacles. She's like, I don't even know what tentacles smell like, but it smells like
That's the feeling that I'm getting.
not like regular like underwater tentacles because they don't really have a smell because it's underwater. These are like the kind that it smells like slugs.
Like slugs?
Yeah, slugs because slugs
Slugs.
if tentacles that were connected to some sort of Cthulhu monster or like a lithid or whatever existed, I would expect them to smell like a slug.
And have like slug like that.
Yeah, slick and goopy and very nasty.
Love it.
So where you guys go back to your little visageness?
Yes, we are.
Well, you guys can level your characters. I mean, you might as well take the time to do that.
Yeah,
It's
so
gonna
how-
take me a while.
It is not going to take you a while. You and I we're going to break it down right now. It's going to be
Alright.
done and done.
This is one level.
It's one level, easy peasy. Yours is easy. You get an extra attack.
Mine is half easy because I already know 2 of the spells I get automatically.
Well, that's good.
I just need to know what other spells I have access to now.
Alright. I gained the 3rd level spell slots.
Fifth level is a big level for you guys. It makes you way more powerful. Casters are much more powerful.
I only really get animate dead and gaseous form as my benefits to 5th level. At 6th level,
Your
though,
proficiency bonus all go up by 1. Everyone's proficiency bonus goes up to +3.
ooh, yeah.
So everything is +1, easier to hit. So that means your spell attack goes up from 5 to 6. That means your sword attacks and your archery stuff goes up by 1. What else?
Proficiency bonus.
You guys get your hit points. Molly, you just roll me a D10 and add your Constitution modifier. What do you get?
5. Constitution is a
can't-
1.
I can't see that. You gotta reroll it.
It's a 5.
9.
That's much better. I can see that. I can see it from here. It was definitely 9. The other one I was
And then Constitution modifier is a 1. And this is for my hit points?
Hit points. So you have +10 to your hit point total.
Cool.
See, we're almost done.
Alright.
You have an extra attack now. That is your 5th level bonus, which means beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you make an attack action. Number of attacks increases to 3 when you reach 11th and 4 when you reach 20th. Still pretty badass.
Is this under fighter stuff?
Now you can attack. You have 1 extra attack when you attack. So wait, if she uses an attack action, she gets 2 attacks on her attack action because she's dual wielding. Does she now get 4 attacks?
I would say so.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah. So when you do wield, you use your action to make 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Does action search say you gain another attack action, or does it say you gain another attack?
I think it's just another attack.
Action surge says you can take 1 additional action.
Yeah, so you
Extra
literally
attack.
could make 4 attacks
Oh.
because it gives you an extra
No,
action.
but this is extra action or extra attack. It says beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once.
So you can take 6 attacks with your dual wielding with action surge at this level. Because you can make 3 as a regular attack action because you're dual wielding plus the extra 1 from extra attack.
Mhm.
And then you action surge and get your action back. And if you decide to attack again with your action, it would be
surge,
your
you would get
full
another
set
3.
of actions. Yeah, your full set of attacks. That's nasty. I like it. It's scary.
So every time that you take a short rest, you get your action surge back. So remember to use that, and remember
See,
to.
we both need to take
You
short
guys
rests regularly.
both need to encourage each other to take short rests.
Oh, we
What
will.
is ability score improvement?
What's that?
Ability score improvement.
We already did that one for you.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that?
That was we increased your. I think we increased your wisdom.
Oh, okay, that was that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going through the leveling.
Other than that,
I don't-
You're pretty much done being leveled.
Okay. So
Let's
do
see what
these
else.
numbers? I feel like some
Some
of
of
my
them-
numbers probably need to change.
So any of the ones that you are trained in, what were you trained in?
Anything I put like a check or a dot or something next to. The ones that actually have the numbers by them.
Oh, you're actually trained in? That's how many skills you have? You have a lot of skills.
Unless I did something wrong.
Well, it's too late now. She's had this
She-
for a while.
I have actually had them for a while.
Let's see. This one. 3. All right, so 2 of these skills you're actually trained in according to this.
Only 2
So-
of them.
2 of them. I think it's acrobatics. I think that's definitely something you have taken. Yeah, because all of these skills being trained in is pretty much impossible for a fighter to be trained in them. You can have access to them, but you're not trained in them, so you can only be trained in. That being said,
Was it for being a tabaxi or something, or did I just fuck up?
you might have fucked up, but not too badly.
Well, I'm gonna blame it on you because I'm
Hey,
pretty sure I
listen,
did
you're
my
the one that
character
wanted to
sheet
play a
with
weird
you.
race. All right, so we're gonna say you're trained in acrobatics because that seemed like something you wanted to be like acrobatic-y.
Yes.
And then was it athletics or stealth?
Probably athletics. I don't think I cared. Stealth wasn't really a thing for me.
You're gonna say that. History doesn't. I think you got history from your tabaxi stuff. So I'm gonna say that. Not intimidation, perception. Not so much. Stealth and survival. So your survival is in the stealth is in the 2. It's really easy for you. Wisdom.
When you choose a samurai archetype at 3rd level, you gain proficiency in one of the following skills as well.
Where are they?
History, insight, performance, or persuasion.
So, history. I think it's history is what you took.
It was either history or insight, but yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like you didn't have anything in insight here at all. So,
Okay, then it had to have been history.
so that means your history is going to be 5 now. Okay, athletics way higher. Acrobatics is higher as well. Okay. And then your saving throws go up. Remember that all your proficient saving throws go up by 1 as well. The ones that you're proficient in.
Which would be the ones that are 2 or higher. Or
No, because you're proficient in you're normally proficient in 2 saving throws
oh,
for your class.
oh, so that would my wisdom and intelligence would go up. Okay.
Because I was a cat, because I'm a cat person, I'm proficient in perception and stealth.
Aha, perception and stuff.
Because I'm a cat.
Because you're a cat.
They're meant to be thieves.
Good.
So that's
So you didn't completely fuck up.
see.
But you definitely had at least 2 more skills here than you should.
Okay, well, whatever.
That being said,
I should have had like 5.
She already
6.
had them.
5 or 6.
perceptions. All right. So your perception went up. Your acrobatics went up. Your athletics is fucking crazy good. It's 6. So you should be climbing up shit, no problem.
All right.
Let's see. Your strength saving throw is now a 6. Your constitution saving throw is now 4. Your dexterity is 2. Intelligence is 2. Is 0. And hopefully nothing charismatic attacks you. But
Yes.
Like me.
passive perception is now 13.
So my save DC goes up to the spell attack. Huh?
And then some good hit points.
Compared to my fucking fire sorcerer, because my fire sorcerer sucks. There's another character that I play with that she has literally twice as many hit points as me.
Ooh.
Um,
I can learn Call Lightning.
And your
Ooh, fun.
total hit dice is 5d10 now. So
Okay.
so when you take a short rest, and if you're kind of wounded, you can be like, I spend 4 of my 5d10 and roll them and add those hit points to your side.
oh shit, I got that.
Which is another thing you guys never do. Short rests, you can spend those hit dice, man. I tell players all the time, spend those hit dice, because if you don't use them, you know.
Yeah. Cool. Does my armor class get to go up at all, or no?
Yeah, because your proficiency.
Yeah, your proficiency went up too, right? So your armor class
Goes up by 1.
goes up by 1.
All of ours
Everybody's. Does your DCs go up at all on your spells?
Yeah, spell save
They
goes
go
up as it goes off.
So
The spell attack goes up by 1 point too.
So spell save would go up by 1.
Yeah. So I think it's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your whatever. So she's done. What are you guys doing?
Yeah,
I
guys.
just need to borrow a book so I can see the information.
she's here.
So I've got the spell
She did
list.
it while drinking shitty wine.
I've got the spell list here. I'm going through seeing what new spells I can add to my list. Because as a druid, I automatically know them.
Call lightning. Lame.
Conjure
It's
animals.
not cool as flame strike 5th level spell. That's when you also call down fire from heaven.
Meteors.
No, it's fire from heaven. Heavens open up. And Sylvanas goes, okay. A little bit up.
So, conjure animals.
Okay.
Is that essentially what the Gray Bag of Tricks does for me?
Yeah, the gray bag of tricks, you can, I think that gives you 3 a day.
It's off the specific list.
Yeah, so you roll a d8 and you get these 3. Let's see. What Ordinary bag made of gray cloth appears empty. Reaching into the bag, however, reveals the presence of a small fuzzy object. The bag weighs about a half pound.
Okay.
You can use an action to pull the fuzzy object from the bag and throw it up to 20 feet. When the object lands, it transforms into a creature you determine by rolling a d8 consulting the table. They use the basic Monster Manual statistics for that creature. Creature is friendly to you and your companions, and it acts on your turn.
Ooh.
You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it can take, or give it general orders such as attack your enemies. In the presence of such orders, the creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature.
So that I could actually weaponize a honey bag.
Once 3 fuzzy objects have been pulled from the bag cannot be used until the next dawn.
Okay, so it takes a day to recharge.
You get 3 charges a day. On the gray bag of tricks, you get weasel, giant rat, badger, a boar, a panther, a giant honey badger, Horton in dire wolf form, and a giant elk.
Can you call forth a panther for me to have sex with?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
You just act like a panther.
I mean, technically, I would be the one telling you what to do.
I mean, it's going to be random, so he might just like keep on he's like, listen, I have one more today. Do you want to try and get lucky?
Yes.
And he'll pull out a
Here's a gold piece. Help us this out.
From each bag, though, I mean, there's things that you could have relations with, at least in the other bags too. The rust bag, there's a lion.
Oh.
And in the
Albino
tan bag, there's a tiger.
Oh, so we could create like white tiger babies. That'd be cute.
We could create ligers.
Tiger tabaxi.
Yeah. That'd be cute.
Or maybe you'll just fuck a tiger or have a tiger fuck you, and that's just it.
Is that considered bestiality because I'm a cat?
Well, I mean, so
here's where the scale goes.
There's actually a like a question list to determine if it's bestiality or not.
No.
There is.
I think
I feel like it's pretty
of
straightforward.
the tiger.
Is it an animal?
Part
I'm
of
an
it is can it
You're a humanoid. That's different. You're a humanoid. It's an animal. So yeah, it's gonna be bestiality.
Fine.
Is everyone going to judge you because of it? No. Because you're a cat person, and they might think it's culturally appropriate. They don't know.
some of the weird folks might think it's hot to pay money to see it.
There will probably be people that I would.
I mean,
Like, how much?
I'm not gonna force it.
3 gold to get in this tent?
What
It
happened?
has to, you
What
know.
did she do? I'll pay 3 gold for that.
I mean, they do the donkey show in Mexico. I'm just saying.
Do it other places. Allegedly.
Not always legally, but
Yeah.
so I've heard.
Well, there are some states in the United States that bestiality is not illegal.
That's just sad.
It's just frowned upon.
Yeah. Well, it's not like the animal can really give consent.
That's one of the questions on the list. Is the animal capable of actually voicing consent?
No.
If it is, it's not bestiality.
So
Well, if it tries to hump you, is that consent?
I would like to say yes, but
Also, what animals people of giving consent?
There
the ones that you communicate with, like when you speak Draconic, and I can speak to dragons.
I mean,
dragons aren't animals. I mean, that's a.
technically,
They're not.
I go speak with animals.
Yeah, and in his
And you're
case,
an elf, so no.
he could give
I'm a
consent.
civic hybrid.
You're a fish monster. Let's be clear. Let's all be clear. You're a fish monster.
So you can only have
You
sex with fish.
automatically don't get consent from anyone. They see you, and consent is off the table. It's bestiality for you all the time.
You are the beast in this scenario.
Well, when I become a simic hybrid, they kind of lose interest in everything but focusing on science anyway. So they kind of become asexual.
I mean, some people have sex for science.
Masters of sex. Your character is so. I'm just doing this for science purposes.
Right, could you stop making that noise?
I'm trying to take notes. Find how many breaths I take during every thrust. Stop talking.
Yeah, no, shut up.
Here, put this ball in your mouth. And wrap this leather strap around it so I don't have to listen to it.
Yeah, I honestly, now that you say that, I kind of want to look up the origin of the ball gag to find out if it actually was because someone just didn't want to hear the other person. And they just found out they enjoyed it.
You have quite a variety of them. You have the ones with little holes in them, so it's like a wiffle ball, so you can breathe through it.
Have you seen the ones where they
But
have?
I actually like the bit, which is like a rubber. It just goes right across here. I like that one because you get more drool.
Have you seen the one that has the holes, but they put like the little kazoos in them?
Oh Jesus! Did you see?
Or the ones that do like the boop.
Or you see the ones that have this is
Just a harmonica.
it's a butt plug with a whistle.
I haven't seen that.
See, there's like
I
You
have
put it
to.
in during the day, and if you have to toot,
Everybody
you
knows.
really toot.
Oh my god.
I've seen the ball gags that are just like smaller dildos.
humans.
hmm
I
If I was ever gonna wear one, I'd want one of the ones that's shaped like a bone, or the one shaped like a heart. But I can't do it. It hurts my jaw. It's very uncomfortable.
Ooh. I now gave the spell speak with plants. I can speak
Plants
with
give consent.
I don't know that I would masturbate with a plant.
So I imbue
If it's a
plants
moving
within.
plant that has like vines and can do stuff,
I imbue plants
We're getting
within 30
dangerously
feet with
close to enemy
limited.
territory.
I'm not suggesting you guys do this.
I don't know.
If you want me to describe
What if
some
it's
sort of
a cactus? Just no.
Cactus.
Like that's all you're like
The penis
we're
cactus.
talking about having sex with plants, and my first thought is like
We're not
the
talking about it,
vines,
I'm just
the
saying.
things that come off of them, the thorns, the pokey things. Like none of this sounds comfortable
no, it's
or enjoyable or pleasurable at all.
absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm not having sex with a
That's
plant.
because plants actively want to hurt us. Every time you speak to a plant, it's like, sup, bitch.
I imbue with a limited sentience and animation.
Why don't you bleed on the ground so I can drink it?
Probably.
Bitch.
I
All
don't
the
know.
plants are gonna now.
Yeah, every plant
Every
is
plant
an
you talk to
asshole.
is gonna be an asshole.
All the plants
Why don't you
that,
slit your throat? I'm thirsty.
oh my god, that's awful. All the plants that Steffi communicates with, they don't actually communicate like via words. Really, it's more like images or feelings
So this one
because they can't
is.
verbalize to the extreme of that.
This is literally animation and sentience.
Interesting. And they can't see. Plants can't see, so they can only detect things by what they feel.
Well,
So-
this gives them some sort of like retroactive effect because I can gain 24 hours prior of information from them.
Yeah, which is just gonna be the sensing people going to the woods.
Yeah, it's based. Yeah, like whatever they
Like,
feel.
Hey, yeah, there was a group of women that came through the woods. They came across my one oddly shaped branch and jumped on it several times.
I assume it was a woman because it was small and I felt body
No.
type. Like, how would they even know if it's women?
I felt it was women because I know what the insides feel like.
Because
Because
God
I've
damn
already
it.
had a group of men come through.
Oh Lord.
They use way more lube.
As soon as you said plants can't see, I thought of fucking billion. remember that TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only episode of that show that I can remember vividly is the first episode where Grim meets Billy's parents and Billy's mom.
All right, you guys get back to the inn. I need you guys to roll a d20.
I
have no eyes.
And he's just like,
He's just standing there. Like,
he says it dead.
right.
13.
You just determine the fate of everyone.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you did.
What wrong?
You said roll a d20, so I rolled my d20 and told you what I got.
You hear a rumor from one of the inn-goers
Are you gonna write this
that
down?
goblin scavengers prowl the tundra on the backs of wolves or in wagons. They also like to ambush travelers at the Ten Towns Trail, or the Ten Trail, on this side of the mountain pass.
Let's murder them.
Said a group of trappers found a goblin's fortress in the mountains. Someone should go up there and wreck it. That's rumored.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Is this not
That
the
sounds like a
fortress that
job
we
for a
already
white
fucked
dragon.
up?
No, you guys did not go to this fortress.
Oh.
That sounds like a job for a white dragon.
But you could just sit there in the bar and listen to more rumors. It's up to you, and then you can just choose.
I like the plan of going to kill a bunch of goblins in our house.
I don't know what I did before I woke up here.
But I like the shit you guys do. I think I want to tackle them. You're invited.
I think we should kind of like chill in the area where the goblins are attacking people first and capture and kill them, and or at least capture them. Whether we murder them or not is we'll figure that out. But at
Goblin
least
pets?
capture them and then take them to that fortress. If we only capture them, then obviously we'll take them back to their fortress and kill everything there. But
I'll like we get them to tell us where the fortress is.
yeah,
Pet goblins?
no.
Goblins.
I mean, I have Tatiana
Again.
has a pet goblin friend, and
That's
she
not
loves black.
dangerous.
But
They have-
Do you guys sell any of your stuff? Like, because there's traveling merchants that come in.
Fantastic, because I have some bracelets that need to be sold.
All right, so the small one they'll give you 20 gold for, but the big one
They'll
they'll give
20
you
gold for it.
230 gold for it.
Sweet, 250 gold.
Split between all of us, right? Because we all found it.
Oh yeah.
or just we could put it in the party fund. Put in the party fund for now.
Okay, I'll just stick it in hard gold.
So
I think
as you're
Sarvan
selling
is
stuff,
about to.
you hear two of the traveling merchants. You can overhear them telling another rumor.
Oh.
Are you writing all this down?
The rumors now.
Well, one's about a goblin fortress. That's easy for me to find. This one, it says, did you see the weird comet that fell through the sky a week ago?
We can find Superman.
The other one says,
Or
yeah,
Red
it
Blossom.
went down in the mountains south of 10 towns, not too far away from here. Since then, some folk have been receiving mental messages in a language they can't make out.
Well, I can
Aliens.
make it out. Let's go check it out.
I think the comet might have something to do with it, and I bet you can find it easily enough, even in this weather.
Let's go find the comet, guys.
Rayquaza.
I mean, you can go after the comet.
No. Comet. I'm going to
But
ask
what if
around
they're
and
in the
see if
same
anybody-
direction?
I'm going to ask around and see if anybody
That'd
has
be
any idea
mighty coincidental.
what I can make out of this ice troll heart.
Oh, they're actually close to each other. It might be.
Did Memphis ever get back into the bag and keep pushing the troll?
No, you don't know where Memphis is.
Yeah, I just put the troll heart in a different pouch for my belt because Jesus Christ.
Memphis probably ended up popping in my bag.
God damn it, Memphis.
Memphis is attempting to turn itself into a giant cat.
Because it wants to make love to me.
Yes.
I know it. It loves me. It's fine.
They're kind of near each other. They're
It's a
not
shadow.
the
It's
nearest to
so
each other, but they're near each other.
We can do one and then divert to the other.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna find
You guys are in what? You're in Cariconi?
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, I think
How far is that?
I feel like we're far from everything.
You're very far from this. But you're very far, you're even further from the goblin ship. So. So you want to, what do you want to do?
I want to see if any of the artisans in town have any idea what I can make out of this troll.
Oh, one of them says, you come across a dwarf. He says, I can forge this into a weapon for you. I don't know what it will look like when I'm done, but I know I can make it into something.
Make it into something with a blade, sword, if possible.
Something that
I don't think it works like that. I have to see if I can feel it in the stone and in the heart itself.
Fuck it. All right. Yeah. What do you want for it? How much is this gonna cost me?
If you give me more gold, I can make it really grand. But if you give me at least 200 gold, I can make it into something good.
How much gold would it require to be something grand?
Well, that's going to be at least twice as much. You do the math, but I'm pretty sure it's 400 gold.
400 gold. Do we want a really fancy troll arm weapon? Because I'm hoping to make something good instead.
I don't know. Can we make it like into a club that we can add? Hold on, I'm thinking. Hold on, shut up. Listen. Jesus, you didn't even let me fit anyway. A club that we add the claws to it, so they're like spikes on the end of it. I mean, I think this sounds pretty barbaric.
I can add some claws to it if you have the claws for the beast that it came from, of course. I don't know if it'd be a club.
Right.
It might be something.
Okay, well, I wasn't asking him. I was asking my DM what my options were.
I just would be
From your DM's point of view.
or being like, we could pay a guy to make a weapon, or
Yeah.
I could just tie this to a
You
stick.
could give it to
That's
a
not
hobo,
what I
and
was
he could literally make it
saying.
into a stupid plan for you. Inside of a net bag with claws thrown in there, too.
What if it's what if it's like the thing where it's like the chain and it's the ball and chain and the ball
flail.
and end? Yeah.
Flail.
Yeah, that sounds great. Is that not a cool weapon?
Give it to
I'm
my
not saying it's
hobo.
not a cool weapon. I'm just telling you,
It's not
you
an
could pay a
effective
hobo.
one.
I'm saying you could find a street hobo to make it for you, or you could pay a dwarven weaponsmith.
I wanna
He's going
give the
to
guy-
make whatever comes to, because he's an artisan, so he's going to make whatever he feels.
I'm gonna give the guy the forearm.
And I'm giving him the claws.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you give him the heart because you want to be part of it.
I realistically would have been picking up the part anyway because I was ready to try to get when I killed
There we
him.
go. I'm not saying that the party fund doesn't have any more money in it. I'm just saying the party fund only has 43.
So-
I just gave him all that money.
All right.
Quick
So do you guys
question.
wait for this thing to be forged before you guys go on your next quest?
Does he tell us how long it's gonna be?
He says it's going to take about 2 weeks.
Yikes.
No.
So quick question.
We'll be back.
2 weeks.
Can I use Cassius form?
But if you give him 50 more gold, he can get it done in 3 days.
No.
Okay, yeah, I'll do whatever. I just want to see what it's gonna be. I'll just take that out of my home. Whatever. Here you go.
Crazy.
Dear Lord, that was obnoxious.
All right, so you guys minus all that stuff. You don't have the troll heart in your inventory, the claws in your inventory, all the money. You guys go
Oh, I
there.
do have 200 gold worth of furs I haven't sold yet. I'm trying to sell that off.
All right, make an insight check for me.
Inside?
Mhm.
19.
All right. You go back to the forge the next day. Dwarf's gone.
You stole all the money, guys.
Is the forge even there? Or
Yeah, no, the forge is still there.
Okay. I was gonna
He's
say-
gone though. It's completely wiped out. There's nothing else in there.
Now we have to track him down. All right.
You could track him.
Can I try the gray
Do
bag?
you even tell her about it, or you just like, listen, we have to go on this extra
Hey,
quest? What am I looking at?
Oh, that's super cute.
It's a ferret taking a bath, but it says my ferret refuses to take a bath unless I turn the shower on. So his little face is just like as the shower is like pelting him.
So we got like an urgent quest we gotta do. We gotta track a
I'm gonna let
guy.
you tell her.
We gotta track a guy down. Yeah, he stole some stuff.
From who?
So we've been hired to get it. But, just like some people in town, like our people.
What? We don't have
Trovis,
people.
maybe. Yeah, like Trovis told me that a guy
Oh dear God, what has Trovis got
stole a
himself
bunch
into?
of stuff and
Oh, are you sure the guy stole it? Because I'm sure Trovis just left it available for it to have been stolen.
Make a deception, and you can make an insight.
Have you noticed that?
That was the worst lie ever.
it was really bad line. I got an 18.
What a 6.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
even have
Trovis
insight.
has done some crazy shit.
Have you guys noticed that forge is empty?
Oh yeah, weird. So let's go find the guy.
Make another insight check. Make another deception. You have advantage now, thanks to him.
So I rolled 2 dice.
Oh, 24.
Insight?
Yeah.
19, because I have no pluses. So I got a 19 on the die. Whatever my advantage is after that, I don't know.
It's just gonna be your
Your
awesome,
your wisdom
awesome
modifier.
Wisdom modifier is 0. So
Yeah,
thanks.
deception is my best skill.
you don't even know why they're talking about the board.
Wait, isn't that the forge you gave the troll?
It is absolutely not.
The dwarf, the troll player?
Anyway, the dwarf guy that we're looking for.
I'm about to take away your inspiration. I'm just gonna take them from you.
Why you
Give them to
chopped up
her.
the guy?
You're just causing trouble for no reason. Because we had a thief in this group. He'd be backstabbing you while you're sleeping.
So yeah, we just hunt him down real quick and get the stuff back that was stolen from the people in the town.
I still don't understand what was stolen from who.
It's a bunch of money, like 500 gold or so worth of money.
Make another deception check. Make another insight. Why are you digging your hole?
Unicorn!
Got another 24.
Well, I got a 20 without any pluses. I got a unicorn. I
You
got
can
an
add
actual.
your inspiration to it.
What is it?
It's a D6 added to the top of it.
Yeah,
So
but
that
do I
would- you
mean,
have
is
to
this
have a
really an
5 or
important
6.
time? No. No, I'd rather save it for something
Okay.
else.
I mean, you could just keep asking questions and
He
then
stole
get more
He
rolls.
stole a bunch of money, and we just gotta get it back real fast. It's like time sensitive.
Make another one. It's time
Still,
sensitive.
I
Make
am
another-
still really confused.
Make another roll. You will get it.
Oh my God.
You wanted to play on your phone. This is what happens.
I was not engaged in the conversation.
You legitimately don't know what's going on?
No, I really genuinely don't
why
know
this
what
is
the
extra
fuck
fun.
is going on.
Roll your insight again with advantage because he's not helping.
Oh god.
12.
I got an 18.
I don't want to lose my
You just don't know what they're all jived about.
But I am telling you that we got a request because the guy stole a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Didn't he steal some shit too?
I don't know anything about that.
I'm taking my mead with me. Let's fucking go, I guess.
I think you're the best tracker, so I just need you to.
Can I try to summon that panther to try?
And you can try.
Or the
She
wolf.
might fucking-
I've been sitting here drinking mead, so yeah, if the panther comes along, I mean, we'll see you later.
She goes drunk.
Hey,
Is that the
you're
name?
looking pretty cute.
Is that the name?
Meow.
She's
You roll a D8 if you want to pull something out. See what you get.
Meow, 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 meow.
What do I need to aim for the wolf?
Just need to roll a D8.
You just roll it. And...
5.
You got a panther.
Uh-uh.
He does. That's a panther. Panther pops out. What's up, bitches?
so.
But he says it in. He just growls and yells.
And Panther speak.
So we need some help tracking down a dwarf. and there is lots of meat in it for you.
Mead?
Meat.
Meat?
Food.
Food?
You will feed you.
We have a tent.
I was gonna eat anyways. So
Yes, but now
Panthers
you
do,
won't
'cause
have to-
Panthers are fucking cool as shit.
That's what Panthers do.
Listen, I'll go find you fucking. Who was it?
Dwarf.
Where'd you start at?
That forms over there.
Why is it so empty? He goes, sniffs and shit. I can smell a troll heart.
Yes, that's one of the things he's told me.
Gotcha.
Oh!
Is she understand any of this as a captain?
No, I bring down your mom just a little bit. But he's like, I got the scent. Let's go.
So
He
the
just
Panther
fucking
has-
takes off running.
Follow the Panther.
Yep, he has the scent of the troll or the. Let's go. Let's go. I'm legitimately confusing the terms here. Yeah, he has the dwarf scent.
Make another
Let's
insight
go.
check. And you make a deception
Oh
check.
god.
That was an honest
It
mistake.
doesn't matter. Freudian slip. You get the fuck up.
I rolled a 12 on the die. Deception is off of charisma. So I rolled an 11.
18.
So you're like, you legit hear him say, he's got the scent of the troll heart. I mean dwarf. And then he looks at you and he's like,
I'm sorry. Are you stating that someone stole the troll heart?
right
that was
before
supposed
this happens,
to-
Panther comes back and says, dude, what y'all doing? Just fucking do shit. Got time for you bitches. And he runs over.
So he is clearly agitated. We're not following him. Let's table this conversation and go.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
I
take
claw
out that
him in the calf
Yeah.
and backhand Nelson, and I take off after the panther.
Nelson is backhand. I deserve
So she hobbles you, and you have no defense. Like, you just lose. And you get bitch slapped like a bitch.
I take it.
And then you slide down the path, and then land next to Trogus, who's drunk outside. Hey, dude.
Hey Travis, what's up, man?
He hands you the drink. You want to swing. Alright, so you guys follow the Panther for basically approximately like an hour before he comes across this strange like site where there's like a crack in between some cliffs nearby from, because you're by the cairn, or the actual
Kelvin's
organ.
Cairn.
Yeah, the Kelvin's Cairn, you're near it. There's a crack, and the Panther comes back, he's like, down in there. He's like, go down in there. I lose his scent, but he's down in there.
Thank you. I give him some
Longbow.
seal meat.
He's like, whatever, I gotta do shit. And he looks at you and he like licks his chops. And like, you're pretty sure he's like nodded at you.
Like, stop.
And then he literally just disappears. Like, he just turns into kind of like snow.
Well, that's
Gives him the fuck boy dad.
But it was way cooler because he's a Panther.
well, you know. I was originally going to be a panther until I was told that I would stick out like a sore thumb.
He did stick out. It's like, you guys like, no, we couldn't lose him at all. With a black dot in the middle of white.
Alright,
Into
so
the crack looking for the dwarf.
You guys go into the crack. And
Down
then
on
after a
the-
while, you notice that the temperature rises slightly.
Is there a smell too?
Maybe he's foraging things down here.
What?
smells
Is there a
pleasant.
smell too?
No, there's no smell.
No sense.
We're in a warm crack. No smell.
No, it's warmer. It's not -10.
Right.
It's like 0. As you get further and further in, though, there's less and less ice, there's less and less snow piles, and eventually you get into an area that's almost comfortable, and then you can actually smell a forge. And you see you try to cross over like a small stream that's like cutting through this like cave system down here, and you come across like a little living area and stuff like that. And there's like a bed, and there's all the gear that was left that you had seen over there.
He brought it here.
He brought over here. Yeah, like there's like a dog sled. There's a couple dogs sitting there and stuff like that.
I may have overreacted.
So you guys get further in, and then you come across almost like this. Well, it's a massive grotto, and you see there is this one pinnacle rock that kind of goes out over the grotto,
Like Pride Rock style?
Yeah, like Pride Rock style. And at the top of that is some sort of you say akin to like an anvil, but it's like an ancient dwarven design. It's got all these like glyphs all over it and shit like that.
So this dude is real.
And there is so he's got that, and then next to it there's kind of like there's like a flattened area with like an overhang where there's clearly the forge. You can feel the heat coming off.
Right.
So above you, so it goes up, and this whole area is really warm. There's like a pool below him and stuff like that. There's some like pine trees in here and stuff like that, but like patches of moss and stuff, but nothing like that. You're like, oh, it's a beautiful forest.
Why did you assume that he was running away and stealing from us?
So because we went back to the forge and everything was gone. So I just assumed that he pulled like, your standard grifter move and how was I supposed to know that he had a fucking mystical forge in a mystical pine forest?
I mean, no one would know that, but he probably closed up
You don't
shop
see him
for the
anywhere.
night.
You do hear a tingy though. There's a tingy that's like deeper in the forge area.
He closed up shop for the night and went back home and has his own shop in his own home. Obviously,
At the top of the grotto there's like a hole, like an opening where like
this was the next
sunlight can
day.
get in.
This is the next day.
But
Like we slept or whatever.
Like, it's not just-
Oh, wait,
by
so
the
I
time
hit
you guys get it took like an hour for you to find this place. You're just an hour outside of town.
So it's not that he just disappeared and the forge was still like intact. No, the forge was cleared
Yeah, he took all of his stuff.
everything
So I
was
just
gone from the
assumed that-
forge, including him.
That he took the small forge and decided to retire, but then maybe he decided.
So as you guys are like looking and you're trying to see if you hear some movement behind you, and then you turn around and you see him, and he's like, "What are you doing here?"
So, funny story.
So he's shirtless. He's got like an apron on, and he's got no shoes on or boots or anything like that. And he's just like,
Are you saying he's naked with
Only
just
an
an apron?
apron.
fucking righty.
So,
But he's kind of like he's kind of hot. Like if you guys are into dudes,
All right,
he's
I'll
kind
take
of
it.
hot because he's got all these cool like dwarven tats on this side of his chest.
Are
Down
dwarves
this
even
arm.
attractive? I thought dwarves were not attractive.
they're just
They're short,
just burly men.
Yeah, the burly. But he's like fit. He's like
He's cut.
he's cut like a fucking Viking, a short Viking.
So, we were just gonna come by in the morning just to check on how everything was going, and we saw your place was empty. And I thought you were running away with all that money, so we tracked you here just to make sure that you weren't doing
I was thinking about doing that.
that.
You seem a bit naive to just hand a stranger a bunch of gold
I was raised
and
in
a rare magical item. It's a little naive, I give you that. I did actually contemplate it. But since Icewindale is frozen in tundra for who knows how long,
Right.
I thought maybe it's best to just do what I said. Take the payment
So,
and do the work because I enjoy the work. I've got my wife, she's helping me as well.
Got it.
Don't tell me she's just wearing an apron too.
But no, she's not. This is hers, as he points to the grotto. This is her.
I would like to apologize.
All right, so you guys go and walk up there to the forge area, and you guys come across. Let's see if I can describe it to you.
And I would also like to apologize for making everybody panic, because obviously everyone here probably saw it.
I mean, he did kind of basically say that you.
He wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong.
So he was gonna steal our shit?
He thought it.
He thought about it.
Considered it.
He considered it because of how stupid you guys
I was raised in a liar.
I mean, I don't understand. If you're running a forge in a town, I don't think it's stupid to give someone money to make them something in a forge.
I
Like,
gave him a lot of money, and I didn't ask him his name was.
So you approach. You see
You're
a
done.
creature. Now, when I say a woman, you see a woman. It's a feminine creature.
Oh, okay.
But she's not a dwarf.
Oh,
She's not a dwarf.
good for him.
She is a feminine form, kind of almost looks like.
She like a wood nymph?
She's not a woman, no. But she has like
Or a dryad or something?
like her skin almost looks like bark. Her hair has almost looks like juniper.
Ooh.
Like actually like juniper, like
Oh, so
branches of juniper.
is this kind of what our hot dwarfing guy
Kind of
looks
like that. Kind of like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. He,
Kinda
We'll
like
take
that.
it.
he looks
We'll
kind of like
take
a. Oh, that guy fucks. He kind of looks like a very, very short Channing Tatum. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, no,
A
you're
wannabe
right.
guy.
No, she is a dryad. But she is a she's like a
What's a dryad?
conifer dryad.
So this is probably one of
Like a
the
pine
trees in the
tree
place.
version of a dryad. That
So
is
when
his
he
wife.
so when he said that this is hers,
This is her grotto.
Right.
Yeah, she's like that, but just try to imagine like pine tree themed.
Okay.
But she's very, very, very beautiful.
As they are.
And so she's up there just
These
kind of
are
helping in the
pretty.
forge, doing forgy stuff.
I want to
Cool.
cosplay.
And being
shit
made
like
of
this.
wood, helping around a giant fire.
That's what it is. Love is love, buddy. Love is love. He's
This
a
would be
weaponsmith,
so
and
cool.
she helps him make weapons.
So this is a pretty nice setup you got here, Mr.
That would be so cool to cosplay something like that.
Like a dryad, yeah, it'd be badass.
It'd be so difficult to make that outfit. Time consuming.
Try to imagine poison ivy, but
With
pine
bark skin
trees.
and bark skin instead of green.
At the cosplay contest that I somebody did a big sister role play from Bioshock 2.
She can speak to plants and animals and ask him if they have consent.
Oh my god.
So you guys have met my
Nice.
my dwarven forge and dryad couple.
Yes. I like them.
So.
They're hot.
And again, he goes back. He's like,
I'll have a three-way with them.
so still have 3 days.
Yeah, I guess we'll just get out of here. Let you do your job.
I brought it here because it's a very magical place. It's infused with our magic. Of course, the tree, it kind of points down to the bottom of the grotto. You guys look down. There's like a center island, and there's this massive fucking, like, almost like a Rockefeller Center
A Christmas tree.
Christmas tree.
Not
That
quite
is like-
redwood, but
It's down there though, but it's because the grotto's so deep. You see this tree, and then it's basically takes up the whole grotto almost.
So if it wasn't like under perpetual winter, would this grotto be underground still, or kind of like?
No, it'd still be underground.
It's
So like
okay.
this seed fell here. This her birthing.
I'm just trying to figure out like how much ice and snow has actually built up.
Yeah, I mean you're within stone walls here.
Okay, so we're actually still underground.
Yeah, you're underground. Yeah.
Cool. Well, get out of your hair.
So he said that basically, so that 50 gold paid for him to pack up all his shit and get it over here so they can do all the ritual stuff over here in the grotto.
Faster, works more
Yeah. But then because he had to pay someone to watch the shop while he's gone.
There was nobody watching the shop.
Well, the building. and shit
Yeah.
like that.
And then somebody like peek outside.
Which was
like,
which he paid Trovis.
Yeah.
And Trovis spent it on booze.
As he does. Well, I guess we'll just go back to town.
So 3 days later, you guys finally are. You guys go back to the. Well, he just brings it to you guys. He comes to the. He comes to the grotto, or I'm sorry, he comes to the inn, and he says, "Well, here it is.
Oh, cool.
It's all wrapped up in like a fur bundle," and just puts it on the. He's like, "If you have any problems with it, just let me know." It came out better than I expected. Before you see it, I will say this: I can give you back your gold and pay you an additional 200 gold for it.
Before we see it.
Before you see it.
No.
Until he says the additional 200, I thought he was offering that as an apology, like for how bad it turned out.
I know, right?
It's quite the profit if you think about it. I mean,
200 I think we'll keep it. I really want to see. Mainly, I just really want to see.
he's like, if there's ever a problem and you just are tired of it, just come and find me. And I'm like,
All right.
even after you've used it.
Is it cursed?
No,
Shouldn't
why would
be.
what? What? Pay you 200 gold. No.
How would we ever get tired of it then?
Maybe we die.
So, all right. So he leaves it to you guys, and you guys start to unwrap it. As soon as you are unwrapping it, you immediately feel cold on the inside of the
Right.
blankets, and that's why he had it wrapped in blankets so he didn't actually hurt himself.
Is it a bow?
I would be extremely impressed.
I guess it's gonna be something cooler than what I thought of, but I mean, I thought my idea was pretty
You're right, it actually did sound cool. It's just in my head, I first thought it was somebody just sticking it into a stick. Just fucking whacking people with it. That's like effective.
No, I was thinking of combining the items to
God.
create something very barbaric here.
Just tape the nails to the heart and make a giant death football.
I mean,
need
they
to
do
make a
have,
barbarian character that does that stuff now.
what you call it, a
You
flail?
find a magical stone that can be forged into a weapon. Noted. Just tie it to a big ass log.
I thought it was a great idea. Fuck you guys.
Your idea was cool.
I'm not making fun
I'm
of
not
that.
making fun of
Whatever, yeah, you are. Buttholes.
Okay. So, you take these again. As soon as you like open up the packet, there's this kind of blue light that comes out of it. So it creates a. You have to. Your eyes have to adjust, and there's like people in the bar like, "What is that?" So what it is, it basically looks like it's actually a short blade.
Okay.
It's like this big, and it is. Try to imagine. It's like a blade that goes up like this.
Oh, okay. It has like a flamed.
It has like almost like a flange at the top where
Yeah.
it kind of goes up. It kind of almost looks like a cleaver. The blade itself it looks like he used maybe mithril or something like that. And then the actual hilt, the actual handle, the pommel itself, like this whole area is like one piece, and it looks like it's weaved branches of some sort of conifer tree. It's weaved around carved pieces of the troll heart, which make it glow. So it gives you this, sheds this light that comes out, and then you can actually use it in it. So in freezing temperatures, the blade sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet.
Oh wow! So it's just a
If you
torch.
wanted to.
Okay.
If you wanted to. If not,
So you can turn it on or off.
yeah, you can turn it on and off. You can dim it however you want.
We have a magic flash.
It's kind of like a Frostbrand, but it's slightly different. It's still a very rare magical item. When you hit with an attack using this magic weapon, the target takes an additional 1d6 cold damage. In addition, while you're holding the sword, you have resistance to fire.
Oh, nice.
This one does not extinguish flames, though, like a regular frostband.
Normal frostband.
But what it does give you is while you're holding it in combat, it grants you an additional +1 to your AC.
That sounds like it would be very great to dual wield with a flame blade.
It would,
What the
but you can't use it. 'Cause it's not a scimitar.
Yeah.
It counts as a short sword.
So did he? Are the claws in there somewhere?
Yeah, actually, they're embedded in the pommel. They actually all face each other, and they're actually it looks like he used the tips, and he used basically 6 of them to hold in the last piece of the troll heart.
Huh.
So,
Well, now you have a nice fancy magic sword.
Oh, is this for me?
yes,
Not really.
it's a fucking short sword. It does a ton of fucking damage.
That's for you. I don't want it. And it gives you +1 AC. And it makes you resistant to fire.
The name of the blade is Frostheart.
Well, I named it Trollheart Short Sword.
It's Frostheart. That's the name of the sword.
Okay.
See why you wanted to buy it.
Anyway,
he
so
definitely
what's my information on this? What's the damage?
Would it count?
So it does regular short sword does D8, D6, right?
D6.
So this one does a D6 plus a D6 in cold damage. Gives you a +1 to your AC while you're wielding it. Gives you resistance to fire. And also sheds light if you want to. Up to 10 feet away.
Okay.
So it's like a frostband. It's very similar to a frostband, but
Good old.
super, super lightweight. That's why it gives you get the benefit of using it almost like a defensive weapon because it's so light because it's made out of mithril.
It's a one-handed?
Yep.
So can it fit in my
Yeah.
so I can just get rid of one of my regular short swords and replace it?
You should give it as a constantly. You can have one.
Yeah, he can actually adjust it for you. Like he can adjust your backstrap so they can hold it better because of how it's shaped.
Okay.
Like it wouldn't just like you wouldn't go. It'd be like, and then this one would snap in place.
Okay.
Because this one has like a weird shape, so it's really kind of hard to put into a scabbard.
Okay. Well, then I will.
But what's good is it counts as piercing and slashing.
I will give him one of my short swords in exchange for him helping me get the other thing to fit.
He's like, ooh. Yeah, so yeah, you got a cool badass sword.
That's
And-
cool. Thanks, guys.
I almost got out of that scot-free, but then somebody had to say troll hard.
I didn't say troll hard, I said troll.
Say troll.
I said troll instead of dwarf. I didn't say
So when
hard.
you just make sure every time you do your attacks on that you say like, okay, I attack with my first sword, I hit, and I do this much damage.
Would I roll 2d6?
You can roll 2d6 and just
one for the
signify
regular
which
and
one's
one
gonna
for the
be.
cold.
Yeah, just say this one's cold. It rarely is going to come into play, except if you're fighting a creature that has cold resistance, and then at that point I'll ask you to like tell me it's separate. Otherwise, you can just add them together. You go 2d6 plus whatever.
Okay.
You're basically doing as much damage
No, that
with
was
it.
me. I was kicking my feet.
You're doing as much damage with it as you would if you were wielding a greatsword.
Cool.
A greatsword does 2d6. So
Yay! I have a better weapon.
I had to give you something. You're really, really pathetic.
It's not my fault that this game fucking sucks at weapon damage. I just
Everything-
like
I'm
it.
just not
Just
gonna
you know,
try that.
everything is dumbed down because like trolls several editions ago, they had like 300 hit points.
Yeah, that would have been a
This one only had.
slog.
This guy had 100 hit points. I mean, you guys got cut through him in like 3 fucking rounds.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, it doesn't hurt that I rolled 2 crits.
It
on
doesn't.
a fire.
Yeah,
But
well,
I
3.5
just rolled damage
dice
twice
roll.
for that thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, I got 10 on that roll, and you can add your strength bonus, and that's 13, and
Plus a 3.5 dice roll would have had some.
and your AC is now what?
My AC
Mm-hmm.
would be an 18 while wielding it.
Yeah, so just put like you can leave it at 17, but or you could just put like 18/17. I'm assuming you're pretty much always gonna have it out unless you're like doing range stuff.
Yeah, if I'm using that would be the
I'm gonna
exchange.
use my bow now, and then like my AC
Yeah.
goes down. But you're also like 50 feet away. So.
Right. Exactly. Cool.
Yeah, oh yeah, fire resistance.
So I have
fire
an
resistance.
Animal trophy that I acquired at some point that I don't know why I have it or what it does.
I still have 3 shards of
Oh.
Charlatan that we could forge into something too.
It was something that I got like in the very, very beginning. Whenever I picked my Outlander background, I guess,
Oh,
and it gave me
I think
my
it just
shit.
gave you an animal.
Yeah, I think it's just like a token.
Token. Or
Like
something.
something that you
dumb.
had like a coming of age thing or something, like you killed like your first.
Like I could come up with a story for it if you want me to, but we could just say it's like your first kill of a hound.
Cool. I'm gonna think of something, but I want it to be if it's like a trophy, I want it to be kind of like you see the people that do the crow skeletons, the crow skull. They'll put like on a necklace kind of thing.
Yeah.
Basically, want it to be something like that, where it's like a big skull that kind of like sits here.
There was a booth at MechaCon. I can't remember what it was called. But basically, her art was just like dead things.
Ooh.
Like there was like this mounted like bull skeleton in one of them, and it was surrounded like it was inside of like a shadow box. So it was like a painting, but then in the middle was this like animal skeleton, like legit just mounted.
An
animal
actual
skeleton.
skeleton.
Like an actual like physical animal skeleton.
Interesting.
She had like some arts where like it was like a flower, but then instead of a painted butterfly, it was like an actual like mounted by president butterfly. It was like really cool stuff, but it was also a little bit stupid.
I think I would ever feel comfortable
So,
having something
basically,
out of my house.
All fire damage, you take half damage when you're
Okay.
when you're wielding the weapon. So fire resistance is pretty badass.
Resist fire half.
Just
That's
a
what I wrote down.
solid sword.
It is the most powerful weapon or item that you guys have right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yay! Lucky me.
Except for Sex Panther. If you pull him out again, he's
Well,
pretty powerful.
I guess.
Is there a guarantee that it's gonna be the same one next time?
Yeah, it's gonna be him every time. He's gonna get more and more
Oh,
pissed.
this is gonna be fun.
More and more
just
pissed.
stop.
If he gets summoned every time, he's gonna be like super pissed that he's not fucking her. He's gonna be like, dude, you guys summoned me again, and I'm gonna fuck her, then I'm gonna fuck you.
Whoa.
And you ain't gonna like it because I'm gonna fucking face.
It's gonna be we're gonna have sex. It's gonna be great.
Alright, so we'll end it there. You guys are leveled, you guys completed a quest, you got a magic sword, you know where the treasure is of some awesome dragon that you guys can totally go back, and I encourage you guys to go take care of.
He's obviously trying to murder us, guys. Don't listen to him.
I think it's a great idea.
Wait, isn't that what?
Thank you guys for tuning in this week. Sorry, there's kind of like poopy lighting right here right now. I don't know why the lighting is so here. I'm gonna switch you guys closer.
I've actually played with Dinos.
Anyway, yeah. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out. And you will see me on Monday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for Pathfinder 2E, and potentially again next Wednesday at about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. Just stay tuned. You guys know where to find me, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.